Yeah, I'm guessing as far as like the notification goes, I'm assuming Twitch servers probably wait like a certain amount of time, but to actually confirm that the stream is actually officially started, in case somebody like accidentally hits the start stream button and they didn't actually mean to, so they can undo it and then not like automatically send notifications out. In case somebody's trying to do like like bitrate testing or just general text and stuff like that. Because I know the recording button is also right next to the start stream button. So I can see a world where somebody just means to like record a video, then they accidentally hit stream instead, and they're like, oh crap, reclick, and then they kind of undo it. So I'm guessing that's probably why the notification comes in sometime after the actual start of the stream, but that's kind of my assumption at this point, given some kind of logical conclusion and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and why am I not here? Help, I'm in the void! Okay. I've odded myself out of the void successfully. Welcome on in, everybody, to this week's Wheel of Mystery Randomizer. Welcome on in, Caltrix. Welcome on in, Striker. How y'all doing tonight? And, yeah, I used to be so good about getting my controller unplugged before I started streaming. I never had to even, like, worry about it. And, yeah, the last couple weeks, I keep doing the things, apparently. You're just playing Samus Returns and you need fudge jumbles? I've not heard of a fudge jumble before. What is a jumble in this case? Is it, like... I don't know, just for some reason my brain's image of a fudge jumble is like a I guess like a muffin that's been like kind of like ground up in like little tiny pieces, like the little flecks that fall off by the time you like have mostly finished it, and they're kind of like left on the plate or the desk or wherever you're eating, stuff like that. That's kind of what my impression of that is. And I could have sworn I just sort of popped in my right part of the headset. I'm not sure if actually it did or not. I don't know, I might just be hearing things, which honestly wouldn't be a first. But, you're playing Balatro. Heck yeah. That's one of the few roguelikes out there that I'm kind of sort of interested in, but not enough to actually spend money on it. It's one of those things, like, if it went on sale for, like, maybe, like, $5 or less, I might pick it up. But, I don't know, it's kind of just my aversion to roguelikes in general, and not liking, or not having a run last more than, like, basically half an hour or stuff like that. That's the kind of thing I'm not really super big a fan of. But, yeah, so tonight we're actually back to our kind of standard distribution of games for tonight, where literally the game with the highest amount of slots is Link to the Past. I think it's only at like 16. Yeah, so we're gonna have 16 instead of like 30 that the previous game had built up at like a good portion of time, stuff like that. It has oat and graham cracker lumps in a sheet of chocolate. So are they kind of like almost like donut holes then? Except they're like just like filled with or surrounded by fudge? That's how my brain is currently trying to interpret that. Whether or not it's accurate, I have no idea, but anyway, it's about time to give that wheel a good old heckin' speed. Don't my voice crack there. Oh, we get Soden. Okay. What was the odds on that one? I think that was a fairly big slice. Castlevania Soden was number 3 on the list. Okay. Let's go. I always gotta remember. Wait, I think it's still Soden.io. No, there's like a better site for. I always forget what the actual new site is for this now. Soden Randomizer. I'll do a Google search for it. Should be able to come up there. Soden.io. SymphonyRando.fun. For some reason, like even though the name is like unique and very descriptive of what the thing is, it never actually sticks out to me, and I can never actually remember it. Although I think it does still go to the actual like Soden.io and actually like generating a seed. That's for the launcher. Randall tools. I guess I really see that's kind of one of the issues I do have with the Soden Randomizer, especially if you want to use a tracker. That you basically always have to have the tracker updated, which also usually means having to have like the most up-to-date version of BizHawk. And I already have like 4 versions on my computer already, and I don't really like having more than that at this point. Video. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of the other thing too, is that the main page doesn't give you like an easy, quick link that I can find to actually like generate a seed. I think I just have to actually just straight up go to Soden.io. Yeah, because the homepage just leaves me. One of these days I'll figure out how to actually like read the thing properly. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Soden.io. It should work. And I think they probably developed the thing enough where I should be able to run it on Firefox without issues. I feel like they added more features. Not a fan of that kind of green. We'll go with the normal color. Alucard palette. Oh yeah, the palettes didn't really look very good as far as I'm concerned. I'll probably use a standard there. Liner? Oh, okay, is that particular part of his outfit? Interesting. Yeah, we're saying default on that one. Music randomizer. Separate boss music? Separates boss music and normal stage music randomization. Prevents hearing Enchanted Banquet for 10 minutes. You know what? Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, you're the part of the game that you hate. The part? I've not played Timeless Returns, so I'm not sure what part that could theoretically be. Oh, well, come on in, Moxie. How you doing tonight? Yeah, I'm getting a little too distracted by looking at all the options I have on the randomizer now. Accessibility patches? Reduce screen flashing, adjust some items or relics for visibility, and patches some soft locks. Okay. I don't know if any of that's actually new or not. Yeah, let's keep enemy stats randomized, enemy drops, or item stats randomized, enemy drops randomized. There's color randomizer. Yeah, let's do color randomizer. That's always fun. Magic vessels, that's always good. Anti-freeze is fun. No. Quicken warp animation. Sure, I like fast warps. I don't want to move prologue because prologue is still kind of fun to do. It's a chase sequence. There's a chase sequence. Well, I suppose I'm only thinking like the base Metroid 2. Is that something they added to Samus Returns? Because I don't remember that being part of the main Metroid 2 game. Unlock mode? With all 5 shortcuts? Okay, yeah, now. Relic surprise? All relics are hidden behind the same sprite and palette. Okay, I'm not so big into that one. Enemy stats? No, I'm good with that one. Shop prices, sure. Starting zone first castle? So on the entrance is you, but after the first ward, you're teleported to random... I'd rather not. Guaranteed drops? Now. Reverse library card. No, I think I'm fine without that. Nah, not too big in that one. Allows Alucard to run by double pressing the direction you intend to move in? I'm curious about this one, so let's go ahead and try that option. Opens a shortcut to allow players to swiftly exit the long library. Nah, I think I'm fine with that one. Okay, there's the complexity. Yeah, let's do... Let's do an adventure mode style of rando. They have a different name for it now. It's just equipment relic locations, but I'm kind of curious about that one. And then we're on the adventure preset. Okay, there are so many different settings, and most of them, honestly, there are so many different options of presets for Sword Randomizer, but I don't like most of them because a lot of them just like give you a bunch of relics to start with, and it kind of like takes away from what little things you have to collect in the rando as it is. So we'll just do adventure mode tonight. I'm here for adventure. I might have already done this as a seed name before, but we'll do it again anyway. So it should be that. Randomize. Let's see how long it takes for it to generate. Yeah, Diggernaut is in its entirety is a new addition. Oh, wait, is that a new enemy then? Stupid EMP crabs are going to give you an aneurysm. The entire section of the game sucks. Wait, did it just break? I feel like the generator kind of broke. And okay, I think the page itself just broke. Let's use Chrome instead, a program which I know for a fact works. Soden.io. Have to do the previous settings. Fast warps. And do shop prices and Godspeed. We'll do those. We'll do adventure. We put the... Oh god, I gotta find the file now. Games? Crap, where do I have that folder? Oh god, I have to rebuild my entire stream at this point. Wait, where do I have those files? Hold up. Where did I have them in Firefox? Yeah, because that tab is just straight up broken. Hold on. Close that. Soden.io. That was in Stream Stuff Games. Okay, so it's in like a subfolder to a subfolder to a subfolder. So back to where? Yeah, there's Chrome. So stream stuff, games. Wait. Oh, okay. It's okay. I missed it the first time. That's all it was. So randomize the master file. We got adventure mode. I need to reselect my options apparently. That's always fun. Okay, maybe this time we can make it work. So it's already on adventure. All the settings are made. Ready to randomize. Go. What do you mean something went wrong? Okay, I guess the page itself is what crashed. Hopefully it's not because of like a setting I'm choosing. Master files. I don't know if we can do Soden tonight. So apparently the page is crashing when it tries to actually generate a seed. Let me try it without any like the special options, see if anything works there. Do this. No. So apparently something with the page is just broken. Yeah, I guess we're respinning because we actually cannot do Soden tonight. That is extremely disappointing. But yeah, let's give that wheel a good old heckin' speed. Also started playing Castlevania Circle of the Moon, part of the CV Advanced Collection. I do have that. At some point I might play the games on there, but I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know when I'm going to have like the proper interest in it. Maybe this is the result of the Pharaoh's curse that was cast on me in Metopia. Oh god, now I know about the curse. That just makes it worse. But it looks like we're doing some Mega Men. And that I can just do straight on my computer, so that should not be a problem at all. So games, Mega Man X Rando. Alright, run this. So unfortunately I have to go through all the settings manually again. Okay, randomized boss rooms, light capsules, mischanges, total random weaknesses, drunk mode movement, all the things, drunk mode weapons, none of the special things, honestly. Let's do a palette shift. We'll leave the music alone. Okay, so save one. Then, so we have Friday Mario Episode 9. And then we'll have Ben Gay Shrek versus Rising. What are these seed names? Okay. Let me go ahead and swap to the thing. Open up the Hawk of the Biz. And then see, so clear out the old ones. Wow, last time we did these was back in April. Exactly 3 months ago. Alright. Let's go ahead and shut the music down. Also turn the controller on, that usually helps. That's your randomized Mega Man Classic series. The only one I would have any level of confidence in doing would be 2, and even then I haven't done that in literal decades, so I would be so bad. I'd be bad at the vanilla game, much less randomized. Also, I appreciate the green in the X part there. Ha, make me go beep boop will not make me easier to catch. Wahahaha. Okay, we got good rightward speed, kind of bad leftward speed. We got pretty good lemon shot. The C seems like a winner already. Ow. I can just skip those guys. I ain't need to bother you. That was a boon to deter the boxes. Oh. Oh, that is a super fast upward slide. Let's second go. Okay, we got some good movement overall. You want to see me fail over and over? How could you? I thought you liked me. Also, I appreciate how Mega Man is just a slight off blue compared to his normal with the current palette shift. I didn't want to pick that up. It's almost time. But I make such fun sounds. Striker enjoys my suffering, confirmed. Okay. Take a little bit of damage. Oh. There we go. Okay, that's kind of a badass colored mech suit. I gotta admit. Oh my god, I got 1 pip left. I'm not fully sure how I feel about the off gold color for Vile himself, but the colors on the mech suit are kind of awesome. Only he could hear what about to leave your voice box. I have many concerns. Also, heck yeah, green 0, let's go. Baddest mech suit, ugly colored Vile. I mean, I feel like there are worse colors he could be. But no, if he was like actually straight up gold, I think that would work. But the slightly off gold, I think is what makes it just like meh. You know, maybe I should start doing the stage randomization as well, so I don't just do like the same sequence over and over again. I think. Wait, do I have the actual bosses themselves randomized? Because I could also do that. Just half a shade from being truly Vile, mustard. I mean, at that point we would have to boycott Vile entirely. He wouldn't be allowed on the stream. So it's good that he didn't make it quite that far. Time to run from Digger Nod, hooray! I'm also about to die now. Now I want the health drops. Oh, so I got some good jump height. Let's I can go. Yeah, we got some good luck with the movement, at least, on the seed. Wait, that was like a super slow, massive slide up. Oh, hell yeah, we start with the armor. Yeah, how did this... Okay, no, it worked up. Why did it fail the first time? No, there is a part of me that's kind of curious with what the game would be like with like an enemy damage randomizer. But then I realized the way other games damage randomizers tend to work and how they're not usually fun, so then I'm kind of glad there isn't. Then we have completely vanilla movement when we're inside the mech. Which, no, it's not as badass as Vile's, but I kind of like this color scheme too, actually. I kind of like the softer colors. The Diggernaut theme does go hard, though. Heck yeah. Oh, you gotta appreciate the jams. Oh god. Yeah, it's also a really unique boss fight when you actually fight it. Yeah, because I know like most of the bosses, at least from the original Metroid 2, they didn't really vary that much. They might have like moved slightly differently. That's kind of mostly about it. I don't remember if they even did like any proper attacks or anything. Or if they just keep running into you and that's it. You get back down here. Oh, I should not be attacking these in that phase. Oh. There we go. Yeah, for now you're just running. So is it kind of like an SAX situation where it's like overpowered for you for most of the game until you eventually get enough gear that you can actually like theoretically take it on? I'm guessing that's kind of the mechanic. No, one thing I do kind of wish you could toggle on and off would be like the US versus Japanese names for the bosses. Because I forget like the details, but I know some of them are like vastly different from each other. It'd be kind of amusing to be able to see them both every now and again. Actually, I guess I could probably see if maybe the developer for this did pick this back up at some point. Because I know they said they were trying to eventually get back to updating this, but that was like 4 years ago and nothing ever happened. But then again, a lot can happen in 4 years, so maybe they finally did start doing something with it. Yeah, it shows up for the chase sequence, then you don't see it again until you fight it to get the power bomb. Yeah, the power bomb is also new for Metroid 2. To make sure we're thinking about the same game, the Samus Returns is the first one where they introduced like the melee counter, right? Or melee parry, however you want to call it. And it kind of sucks because you have to stand perfectly still to use it. Oh, I can't even try to jump. That's kind of annoying. The addition of the melee counter fundamentally change things? Okay, yeah. Yeah, the way it sounded like it worked in Samus Returns, I'm kind of glad that, well, I'm definitely glad they changed it to the way that it works in Dread. You can actually move much more fluidly with it. I cannot imagine the game would have felt good with it being, like, stationary like that. I'm not going to be able to get this sub-tank, because I have no way to break these blocks. So I need my boost in order to do that. That's annoying. Ow. Take that. I think it's actually faster to just slide up the wall than to wall jump, which amuses me. Yeah, see, like especially watching a speedrun of Metroid Dread with the way that they use the melee counters to do like certain like specific types of movement to let you. I think they use it to let you kind of fall at a certain pace. And actually, the fact that you can actually use the melee counter off an enemy to reach a platform you normally can't reach, and it skips like a third of the intro to the game. It's actually amazing how much they've done with the speedrun at this point. Because I think the world record for the unrestricted time is like 40 minutes now. As opposed to like, how was I not exploding there? I was literally on top of the thing. No, I'm just tanking it. I am not risking getting on that fire. There we go. Yeah, but having that extra reaction you can have against bosses and enemies is really interesting. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd actually played Samus Returns so I know how like it originally felt. Because if I remember correctly, the developers for Samus Returns were the exact same who did who did Dread as well, which is kind of why the melee counter got better, I think. Because they're able to actually like learn from their own like steps and whatnot. Also, as far as I'm concerned, best theme in all of Mega Man X right here. Oh no. Not allowed. Screams and Dragon while running from the giant Chozo Drill Mech? Wait, Chozo Drill Mech? How much did they change in Returns? Wait for this thing now. Okay, why does that sometimes do that, but not always? That's a weird thing. I did not need to get on top of that. There we go. Oh god. Okay. Everything's fine. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. Nice. Holy crap, that was fast. And we're waiting for 5 years now. I'm gonna break these in the meantime while I'm waiting. And cause even more lag so it comes up even more slowly. That's how you go fast. Yeah, the fire turret blends into the sky too well. I didn't really look too closely at it, but I mean, that just means it's a ninja flame. Nobody will see it coming. Yeah, Chase, you can survive, and unholy noises are released from you. Good to know everything's going to plan. Oh god, okay. There we go. Okay, trying to move fast to the left is annoying. Oh, that part, yeah. Now you have space jump? Heck yeah. Space jump is such a nice ability to have for movement. Although it is kind of annoying the way that King! Ah! Why is the alert not showing up on wait. Why is the
randomize the ball guy and all his cyborg minions. Ketchup can max power.
That's my new favorite way of saying fire. Fire. Yeah, welcome in, King, and thank you for the heckin'. How long is it? 22 heckin' months. That's almost 2 heckin' years. Oh my heckin' lord. That's such like a long time. But yeah, I like... oh, you almost got me with a natural. You were so close. But yeah, I don't know why, like, the icon didn't... Like, the confetti went off, because that's part of, like Vignon, but, yeah, the actual, like, text part didn't pop up. I don't know why that... Wait, did I accidentally screw something up with the sources? Is that what happened? No, that shouldn't have affected anything. Let's put Twitch alerts above Vignon, although I don't think that would do anything, because everything else is kind of like a green screen effect right now, but... But yeah, Samus Returns was the debut of both Aeon and the melee counter. Okay, I didn't realize the Aeon stuff was also from Returns as well. I thought it was just a melee counter. So is Flash Shift part of Samus Returns as well, or is that something different? Oh, there you go. There's your capture. Congratulations, Striker. You got yourself a kitty. And I just finished cooking up some chicken. Anybody want any? Okay, Flash Shift was due to Dread then. Okay. Yeah, kind of the Flash Shift was a pretty cool feature you could actually do. The only one from Samus Returns is actually Scan Pulse? Really? Huh. Well, one thing I find amusing that in my casual playthrough of Dread, I actually streamed it. Apparently, I found the Scan Pulse, like, I'm not sure how you can really verify this like time-wise, but I think I found it like an hour to an hour and a half before it was even supposed to, as far as like normal game sequence goes. I found it so freaking early, and I didn't realize I found it out of order. Why am I blanking where the other? Oh, it's in here, right? That's the first one you get, and you actually use it in this game. As far as like actual progression and stuff like that. Okay, we have another off gold colored boss. Why is everybody off gold instead of actually gold? Yeah, instead of thinking that you have it because it's so useless. I mean, I guess it could have been better in Dread, but I never really had too many problems with like being able to make use of it. Because I do kind of like it when games don't like explicitly tell you like, hey, here's the specific thing. For the most part, I'm actually figuring out how Scan Pulse works in Dread. It's been so long as I've actually had to like look at it. Hold on. Okay, this is gonna be. Gotta be very careful with this so I don't soft lock. Hopefully you're taking a bajillion damage from this. Okay, you're taking some damage. I'll take what I can get. Okay, I'm loving this this AI loop I've got going on. Got him. And here we go, waiting 10 years again. There also aren't map stations? And it fills your map in a 5x5 area around the square you're currently in. That's kind of interesting, actually. Pretty sure it's not been done like that in a Metroid game before. Now, the thing is, does that also include paths that you haven't technically explored yet? Like, can you find like a tunnel that's like 2 tiles above you that you don't have any like actual connections for? Or does it only show? It does do that. Interesting. You can kind of get like a little bit of advanced notification on something. That's kind of cool. And shows breakable blocks. I mean, that would kind of be like the minimum I would think that would do. Unless you mean the map shows breakable blocks, which would be kind of weird in my opinion. Actually, I should do some testing on this first before I do anything major. Okay, so which one? Okay, left. So how does this gonna work? How fast does it go? Okay, it just yeets itself. That should work just fine. Beautiful. Now, does it work the other way, is the question. It does work the other way. Let's heck and go. We got the full suite of services from our weapons tonight. Oh yeah, dash now. And dash is actually useful. Okay, everything actually being good is like very surprising to me. I actually don't know how to respond to this. You don't need a shield. You also don't need the health. I feel like there was a hitbox there that wasn't supposed to have been there. Literally all it does is Dread is the blinking block thing. I would need to actually, like, see a clip of it in action in Dread so I can properly remember. You're solely disappointed when you got in Dread? Yeah, so one thing I do remember is that, like, the map itself would flash in, like, the equivalent of, like, a 5x5 block when there was a secret item in the area. I did kind of like that setup, so you at least know where you're looking, theoretically, and you still have to, like, kind of find it yourself. I did kind of improve it that much, at least. Okay, it's good both directions. Let's second go. Okay, that is actually still floor. This fight would suck balls if that was not floor. While the abilities return, not phase shift, the freaking radar ping. That's not a lot of damage. Let's see if we can do more. No, you're immune to that. That's kind of decent damage. Okay, I guess wind is just gonna be the way to go. So we can't get multiple ticks. That box just got denied. Hey, welcome on in, Solace. How you doing tonight? Yeah, just like Sting Chameleon always denies us a fast fight. It just keeps doing this bullcrap. No slow time, no bullet hose? Or improved melee counter protection. There's an improved melee counter in returns? I thought it was just like the one style and that was it. I'm not sure how we really feel about the idea of, like, slowing time in video games. I mean, it's nice to be able to, like, have more time to react to certain enemy movements, but I don't know, it just never really seemed like all that useful to me, personally. I did kind of like how they did it in Timespinner, where, like, you not only can just, like, stop time, but you can also use enemies as platforms during that time. I do appreciate that much. Let's go here next. Yeah, lightning armor almost triples the area of the counter? Damn. That actually sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I've actually been kind of watching little bits of Oats and Goats starting to do some speedruns of Metroid Dread again. It kind of makes me want to try to play it again. Although I don't think I'd be able to do any, like, actual speedruns of it, especially not, like, the unrestricted category, because, oh my god, some of the tricks in there are just, like... I would not want to wish those tricks on my worst enemy. Oh, I almost got into the spikes. I reacted just in time. Please be effective. Okay, I kind of like the pink of this mech, actually. Also, it's a lag beam. Okay, apparently the scanner is immune to wind. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's really doing sufficient damage. How dare you push me away? I'm trying to destroy you. There we go. Okay, that's going to be annoying doing the second version of this fight. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Oh, come on. Only a 2586. That's actually kind of low for your rolls with that, typically. Yeah, I don't have a 999. I guess I could for the same meme as a 9999. I don't know, maybe I should have met that at some point just for the sake of, like, the completion of everything. So you either have the modern MP limit or the old HP limit. Well, I guess the MP limit as well from back in that day. Oh, actually, I don't even need that health right now. Oh, come. Well, that's getting annoying. But yeah, somebody did already expend the capture luck by capturing me, I think, on the second try earlier. But I believe in you. You can do the thing if you keep trying. It's totally not like a gotcha mechanic where you have to keep trying over and over again. Oh, that's perfect timing. Let's second go. And I get like a tiny bit of MP back for that. Well, not MP, but you know what I mean. And of course, you're immune to fire. I think one should still be enough. Yeah, okay. It can be very tempting to just slide down the wall on the right, but that'd be bad in the seed because we slide upward instead. And two, the thing can still squish you, even when you're sliding on the wall. So oh, we're not gonna have a good way to fight you. Yeah, if you ever want to know where the floor tiles are, wherever the pillar is, and then one big block to the right of it. That's always where the floor tiles are. So you always have some safety. Okay, you're immune to that. That's fair. There we go. Got him. I didn't get anything out of that. I'm annoyed. So yeah, most of them are used in traversing the game, but they're trump cards in combat. Yeah, Anna's a gauge more akin to mana than stamina, like how it is in Dread. Interesting. So does it not recover over time then, or is it like does it have a different way of recharging? I actually kind of imagine it just being like another resource you get it drops from enemies with, which would, I guess, kind of make more sense for a Metroid environment. But then again, having something that's not just based on enemy drops is also kind of nice too. So there's less RNG involved in refilling it. There you are. Ow. Come on. Okay, our Lemon Buster is definitely OP. Apparently all the enemies are allergic to citrus. Okay, we are very depleted on ammo. What is this color palette? I mean, you want a randomized color palette, this is... What is this layout? Oh, this is new. Actually, never seen this one before. Oh, that does so little damage. Oh. Yeah, fire is literally useless. Okay, that's useless too. Okay. Well, lemons it is. I'm sorry, what? Okay, all the charge shots are about the same. Good thing I have the armor upgrade right now. This would suck otherwise. Tentacle Man. The man of 10 tickles. You tickle him 10 times, that's an instant win. Oh, no you don't. I killed him with a little bit of a haircut. Yeah, you get Aeon from killing enemies and from little orb stations around, which your orbs are full restore, and countering enemy gets a decent chunk of Aeon. That kind of sounds about right for when you mention like a mana system, yeah. But also Aeon gauge upgrades. Now see, that kind of what you had in Dread, so you can do like more of like the actual dashes throughout the game. That would have been cool. Let's go here. Okay, not quite able to jump high enough for that. Ow. Vengeance. Does that always drop an energy like that? Oh, I missed the energy. Dang it. Ooh, one up. Gimme. Especially after having died twice earlier. I love when I just destroy the little laser things. Makes the traps even more useless than they usually are. Yeah, Dredge just had to fix them out, but that was done for balance reasons. I mean, I can understand that, but it would have been nice to be able to just... Because whenever you play a Metroid game, it's always fun to just see your ability just, like, slowly grow as you explore and find more upgrades. The fact that you couldn't do that with Dredge kind of made me sad for that, but... Like I said, I can kind of understand why. Okay, slow start. This I can deal with. Why was that block broken up? That I've also never seen before. Okay, I think we're safe. Yeah, we're safe. Yeah, I remember one scene where it's like when it did the speed change, it started off super slow, but then at one point just like randomly sped up to like 1 billion miles an hour, and I like died instantaneously. It was annoying. Yeah, being overpowered is what storm missiles are for. I always had issues trying to use storm missiles actually in combat because I feel like I can never get the lock-ons to work fast enough. So I never really use it that much. In fact, I remember one of the sections, I think when you get to the underwater area, I forget what the area names are called, but in the section where you can get to like the underwater area fairly early on, I remember I manually, before I even realized storm missiles were a thing, I manually tried to get all of the little switches to be red at the same time, and I did manage to actually do it once. I was able to get fast enough to fire regular missiles at every lock, they all hit red, and they still didn't open, which made me so angry. So I'm like, I'm doing this out of sequence, I'm doing this the hard way. I didn't realize that thing could push me. But yeah, I was doing things the hard way, and the game wouldn't accept my skill for that. So that annoyed me. Come on. There we go. I kind of want that big health, but I don't know if it's really worth it. Oh, there we go. I'll get that one instead. Then I basically lose all the gain I got. Oh well. Not gonna say skill issue, but skill issue. I mean, true to be fair. Let's use his non-standard weakness first. That's okay. That hardly does anything. That's okay. Oh, that's your weakness. Okay. Ow. Take that. There we go. According to my calculations, the deficiency is in the skill set sector. Yes, thank you for your analysis, Dr. King. Yeah. That's a lot of blue. Not sure how I feel about that amount of blue. I think he's trying to cosplay as us. Spark Manager wants to be us so bad he's actually dressing up as us. Okay, how does the boomerangs work? Actually, the down might work. We actually might be able to get this. Oh, come on. Are you serious? How does that not... Wait. Oh, that does still kind of come back. But are you serious? That is... Oh, that did work. Okay, I just need to get lucky. A second go. We're up all night to get lucky. All right. Yeah. Also, this emote shows up when you type nerd in the emote search bar. Yeah, there's one of the hype. No. Oh no, I think there's one of the BTT emotes I got actually. Yeah. I remember trying to find like some interesting dance emotes, and I saw that one. I'm just like, what the hell is this? I have to have this. I don't even know what that's from. I don't know what the backstory behind it is. I just know it's awesome. So I'm just like, I'm using this. Ow. Okay. Oh no. You quit that. Okay, that was quick. I don't know what it is, but get styled upon. Yeah, it's like, if it's awesome, I'm not gonna question it. Okay, why does that sometimes not work and sometimes it works? I don't get it. Unless, like, every frame is, like, a different climb speed. Which wouldn't make any sense, but a lot of stuff doesn't make sense, really. You come bearing blueberries. I actually don't remember last time I even had a blueberry. It's been so long since I've had a blueberry, I don't know what my opinion on blueberries is. So I would accept in order to remind myself what my opinion on them is. I want to say they're good as, like, blueberry muffins? But I don't... It's been so long, I don't even actually remember. Yeah, insert blueberry into mouth. Ah, nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Locking on a target. Firing payload. Eat him. Horizon can't find the Metroid. Yeah, that sounds like Metroid 2 and or its subsequent remakes. Blue and berry is good. Alright, one stage left. Then we have the Bald Man stages. Oh boy, I love navigation hell. I mean, it's what every Metroid player truly wants, isn't it? Having to, like, explore the deepest steps of everywhere. Insert your ooh joke here. Okay, so your thing was before you. So do this. Also find out how quickly I can... Actually, you know what? I don't think I even need to... I think I actually let the second one live and I can still probably get everything. Maybe. Actually, So I know that if I destroy too early and we need it to progress, then I have to reset the stage entirely, and I don't want to do that if I don't have to. Yeah, please do not ask you about your Metroid Prime 2 playthrough. I played literally like 5-10 minutes of the first game, and that is literally all I played. And that was at like a, I think it was like a Best Buy display counter. It was Best Buy or Target, one or two. I forget which one. But yeah, as I've said before, I cannot do like FPS controls on a controller, just straight up. Actually, I love that style. Okay, I didn't even need it. My jump height was good enough as it was. But yeah, the speed he was moving, he was actually leaving like little extra ledges I could have theoretically climbed up off of, which worked. Oh, you got a full E-tank now, let's go. Normally I would try to jump and destroy the birds to reduce lag. But I can't guarantee I'll like do proper jumps right now with my jump height, so... You are liable to expunge me from reality. Navigation hell is one phrase to describe it. Yeah, I kind of believe that, at least for the early Prime games. Hopefully it gets better in 3 somehow, but I don't actually even know how like the base set works. Okay, you're mostly reasonable. Okay, that's not bad. Actually, again, let's try non-vanilla weakness first. Oh. Not quite. Oh, that's your weakness. Oh, none of the pieces go down. That's annoying. Got him. That is such an ugly color palette for that weapon. You did fine with 1, haven't fully played through 3, but the navigation was fairly intuitive. That's at least good. Yeah, I know one thing I do kind of want to try to do as well at some point is, well, I assume I had a capture card that works. So I know my current one apparently started going like poopy again, where last time I tried using, or at least tried testing the capture card, there was like a 9-second delay between audio and the video. And yeah, there is no way I'm streaming with that. as a consequence of things. So I'm kind of thinking about... I need to look into whether or not like an internal capture card is any better than a standard capture card. Even then, I don't know if I'm willing to spend the money on that kind of thing right now. Yeah, 2 worlds, 2 maps, 2 navigation routes to keep track of at the same time? Is it one of those things where you like go like dip in and out between both worlds at like quote unquote any time, or are they like completely separate worlds for completely separate cross purposes or whatever? Where was the... Okay, here. Oh, I can't quite reach that. Ah, dang it. Oh, God. And this is why this stage sucks. And why you actually need the Sync Chameleon special. Okay, I got through the bulk of it, at least. I keep thinking I can actually just slide left now for speed. Yeah, like that. Okay, can I... Oh, not quite. Dang it. I think if I tried going higher, I still would have hit the ceiling and been kind of failed for that. And I think it would link the pass between worlds, but more scuffed. I have not actually played Between Worlds. I've only played the regular Link to the Past. So I cannot comment on how that game works. And you slowly die in the Dark Aether until basically the end of the game? Ugh. There's no, like, various to that gets rid of, like, the equivalent of heat damage, then. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Dude, can you stop being rude? I'm trying to say hi to my friend here. Ow, ow, ow. Why you gotta be rude to me? Ow. I've done you no wrong, sir. How dare you separate me from my friend? Friend! Friend? Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. That does very little. That does nothing. That does modest. Oh, that's good damage. I mean, it makes sense that... Oh, God. Yeah, it makes sense that Zero basically did a bunch of damage by overheating him. We're going to overheat him, too. Yeah, not only do you have to keep track of the differences between the worlds, you're essentially on timer outside of the safety bulbs in the Dark World. Yeah, that's not so good. Actually, that kind of almost sounds like Ratchet and Clank. Crap, I forget what the subtitle is, but basically the one where on the PS5, I think it was the launch title, or at least close to it, where you actually went back and forth between like a couple different realities, stuff like that. Very fun game. I definitely recommend. Even if you're not like a super big fan of Ratchet and Clank, I do recommend it. It's a very fun game. Ow. Thank you. Yay, damage boosting. And refight time. I think you were weak to ice, right? Yeah, ice. Like most enemies here are. Rift apart, that's what it was. Thank you. Take that. Damn. There we go. The new Lombax Rivet is adorbs. But just the Lombaxes themselves are pretty adorable, as far as I'm concerned. Yay, new Metroid evolution, yay. This one has a tail. Does it actually, like, do anything with the tail? Or is it just there to be, like look cute? It actually does something, okay. Score 1 for utility. Of course, she's in babies immediately. Oh, that's actually kind of perfect. Okay. Well, not... Okay, I think I fired that too late. Oh, okay, this is the perfect weapon for this random and fight. Let's take and go. Is that the Omega Metroid? It's the next one? You mean the previous one? Not the next one, because Omega literally means last, so that wouldn't quite be the right term for it. Yeah, I don't remember what the names were for the Metroids in that one. Ow. Maybe like Gamma Metroid? Because Gamma sounds like an almost final name. Got him. Also, I just realized I misread that statement. Never mind my comment about like the Omega being the last one. Technically still true, but the way I read it was not. Like, I'm pretty sure all the Metroids that were like have like the Greek letter association with them. Like the first one was just like the Alpha Metroid, then the Beta Metroid, stuff like that. But when you find Omega Metroid for the first time in Samus Returns, you're thinking, why does this look familiar? I mean, oddly enough, it's like the most normal type of creature a Metroid could possibly be, which is, in a sense, kind of disappointing because they're not really meant to be normal-looking creatures. And then they apparently just evolve into one. You played Fusion before that? Was an Omega Metroid in Fusion? I don't remember that. You found one at the very end? Really? I have no memory of this. Okay, vanilla weakness is... it does something. Okay, you found your weakness. And thankfully it does not damage you when it's not supposed to damage you. Ow. Oh, no double hit. There we go. Also, ad starting up momentarily. During the countdown? That's basically like the escape sequence at the end, right? Or I suppose, is that the first ending or the true ending that you fight it? Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of Zero Mission. Never mind. Where they like added a few items and features. Yeah, I misremember which game that was. I don't know why, for some reason, I get those two games mixed up sometimes. Which doesn't make sense, because they're both pretty different games overall. Alright, let's see how homing torpedoes work on this thing. Nothing, okay. Nothing. Nothing. How does your own weapon work? Oh, I missed. It kind of works. Nope. You have a lot of immunities. A lot of immunities. Well, last time we had cooked chicken. Now let's have frozen chicken. Ooh, right to the snout. I want to talk about a heckin' boop. Yeah, you're both proud and disgusted that you can fully play through an almost 100% Fusion from memory? Have you ever thought about speedrunning? It doesn't have to be like a serious speedrun or anything, but just... in my opinion, if you enjoy a game so much that you have like that kind of in-depth knowledge about it, definitely try a speedrun or like a randomizer. At the very least, a randomizer. It's an awesome way to play games, as you can tell by the fact I do, weekly randomizer runs every week. Yeah, weekly or every week. Just in case you weren't sure what the term meant. Thanks, I hate it. And that's decent damage. Dang it. Okay, so I don't want to destroy you yet, because then it makes the entire room just like stay like this the entire thing. There's that one. Now I gotta go to your side. There we go. Now I can just flame you and win. Speedrun would take the enjoyment out of replaying them. I mean, fair enough. Or at the very least, like, learn some of the speedrun tricks. Because some of the speedrun tricks can actually help you get items like out of order that you would normally get them, and it kind of makes it more of an interesting playthrough. Trying to play with items you're not supposed to have, or playing through areas with without items that you're supposed to have as well. It gives so many different elements. Dangnabbit. At least the big energy was able to, you can't secret break fusion. I think there's at least 1 or 2 skips that were found for fusion, but I know fusion was very much designed not to be broken that way. I feel like everybody's disappointment. Because really, what is a Metroid game if you can't sequence break? Will you? Okay. But you're not allowed. I can't make you undo that. Oh, that's annoying. There we go. I'm not sure what's making him, like, block the first one, but not the second one, but I'll take it. Hell yeah, big energies. Those I actually need. Now, speaking of that, you accidentally got Wave Beam early in your first playthrough of Metroid Prime? Nice. It's always amazing when you're doing secrets breaks in games and not even realizing it. Okay, that weapon sucks. You could only sequence break unintentionally? I mean, honestly, that's kind of a talent for people. In fact, there's actually been quite a few sequence breaks that have been found just by straight-up casual players, too. Or in some cases, like speedrun strategies that get developed just by somebody who's watching the games, not even actually playing them themselves. Like, I remember there's one of the mechanics in Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES with the little, like, the hammer guys that kind of wander around the world map. Somebody watching a stream realized that depending on which direction they're facing, tells you which item you're going to get from the particular hammer bro, whatever it is. They're not technically hammer bros, so they don't have, like, the full armor at that point. I don't think. But yeah, whatever the enemy actually is, they figured out you can determine what the item is ahead of time and actually change the speedrun route. So you don't have to actually, like, play the actual games for speedrunning either to help, which is super cool. That doesn't actually do anything, I just realized. Your lack of technical skills only gives me more power. Yeah, not a lot of points in tech, but a lot more points in strength. That's how character balance works. Okay, you're immune to that. Oh, that's actually good damage. We did not use this last time, so we're going to use it this time then. Just for some variety. Take that. Fimsh. Noom. Okay, so we can still take off your arms. So you can stop doing this damn attack. I can't remember what your weakness was. Not your own weapon. Not that weapon. Not rolling throwing shield. Definitely not fire. Not wind. Wait. Do you not have a weakness? I mean, I guess maybe the lemon shots is your weakness, but oh my god. Unless it's supposed to be fire, but because it's underwater, it doesn't work. Oh, that's annoying. I almost feel bad. Emphasis on almost. Ah, come on. Dang it. Slowest fight ever. There we go. Yeah, you understand game mechanics and technicalities are just the meta for that. For some reason you can't grab or grasp. But it feels really nice when your meme tactic outperforms the meta. I feel like that's when you truly win any game. Doesn't matter what kind of game, like how long game it is, what genre it is, anything like that. Just once you find a meme that works, it's amazing. Kind of like one of my favorite meme strategies for Final Fantasy Tactics is to have, I think the calculation is 3 dancers. Oh no. I think, yeah, 3 dancers and 2 mimes. And then you have the dancers just do Wiznibus. And that way you're getting basically 9 Wiznibus every time a single one happens. Because they all trigger at about the same rate. I've actually done this in like a lot of story missions, and it just works before the enemy gets a chance to get to you. It is a little more annoying in missions where like the goal isn't just to defeat all the enemies, so you have to keep a certain character alive. But it's still a fun strategy. How many times do we need to teach you this lesson, Tentacle Man? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Dag nabbit. Okay, no, on the plus side, we do get the, well, the thing, I think it's because this boss leads directly to this boss, so we get, like, the checkpoint there. Welcome in, Snowboy. How you doing tonight? Yeah, Trunk Man. More like Dead Man. Also, you can actually use the Boomer Kawanger's weapon to get rid of his snout, too. You actually get rid of one of his attacks that way. Fun little side tech you can use. Ego-splode. Yeah. Gotta find a good spot for these. Alright. So I think we still start with everything filled up, right? Yeah, okay. So we don't have sub-tanks filled. I'm actually kind of fine with that. Let's just try it without preparation. Let's YOLO. Which is a phrase I hated back in the day. It was like way too overused and like really not even in the right way. Why am I getting a welcome to chat room? I got disconnected from chat apparently. And I'm concerned. Okay, that's useless. Good to know. That's decent. Oh my, oh right, because he has shortened iframes. So attack like this is much more effective. I forgot about that. That's why I used to enjoy Crucible and Destiny 2, before they basically forced everyone out of funny builds and thrust the most tryhard meta. Yeah, fair enough. I've never really been big into like that style of game. It just kind of just never been my thing. Okay, this sucks. Okay, right, it doesn't home on you. That does decent damage, we'll go with those. There we go. Yeah, back when Sigma thought he could be a Jedi. Well, let's get him over with the lemon. Give him the disrespect. Using a bad weapon to confuse your enemies into oblivion gave nearly unparalleled dopamine. Okay, that sounds like something that'd be amazing to just even watch. Oh god. Oh, I forgot that it still does full damage. Let's go ahead and use the partial. Wait. Why are the buttons not doing things? Why does square work? Okay. I'll go with it, I guess. Ow. Yeah, that's the only attack we're afraid of is from that claw there. If it's in like the right position. We should be able to tank this. Oh my god, we barely tanked it. Okay. Okay, now the claw's... Well, the claw was out of the thing. And GG to the first seed. That's a translation of what he was saying there. But yeah, we'll let the island explode, and then we'll load the next seed. Kablooey. Right, now for the next seed, Ben Gay Shrek versus Rising. Yeah, you're also basically the one person who would do a tactical retreat, so the enemy players would just be waiting for you to return from that corner. Only have you flank them completely by surprise. Wait, I thought Destiny 2 was a PvE kind of game. Does that game have PvP? Also, oh my god, the purple. He's no longer Mega Man, he's Purple Man. With the power of purple. Okay, we have this. We have almost the same movement we did in the previous run. Same lemons. Although not as high of a base jump. That's what the Crucible is? Okay. Yeah, like I said, I know almost nothing about Destiny, so I cannot tell you anything about like how the game works or anything like that. Oh my god, that is a super fast slide down too. Oh my god, we can barely climb up. Well, this is gonna be an interesting run. Yeah, in a lot of ways this is like the same as the last seed, but in a lot of ways it's also very different. Oh god. Yeah, if I'm not... What was that speed? Noom. Bungie has failed you, to put it kindly. How long has Destiny 2 been out of by this point? So I do know a few people who play that like at least semi-regularly. And yeah, I know that they still have like big events for that game come out too. Okay, I'm kind of mixed on that color palette. I kind of like that shade of green. It's one of the few shades of green that actually works as a cosmetic. I don't know how I feel about like the pink purple like supporting hue though. Almost 6 or 7 years, but it's time for it to retire. I could just want to spend out longer than that. Well, I was gonna say, because I remember people at my last job, like a bunch of people, they were actually like grouped together for a raise and stuff like that. But then I remember it hasn't actually been all that long since I left that job, so it does kind of make sense, actually. Time for it to retire last year. You remember a very old Bungie series, Marathon? I don't. The only thing Bungie related that I remember is the original Halo, which I never much cared for, because it was just generic, like, space shooter to me. And Red vs. Blue. Literally the best part of Halo. I will not hear any objections to the contrary. Destiny franchise is 10 years old? See, I thought Destiny 1 came out like a lot longer ago than that. Like at like 2010, 2011, I think? Unless I'm way off base on that one. Only 2014? Could have sworn it's been out longer than that. Noom. It makes no sense for me to fight those enemies right now because I don't actually gain anything off of it. Unless I get hit, which I've been doing a lot of. Oh, this is going to be a thing. Okay. That worked. There we go. Okay, we're still moving. Get another Kirby air ride? That's another game I'd never played, and I only first saw that, honestly, like a few months ago when another friend of mine streamed it for a few days. It seemed interesting, but it wasn't anything I was really, like, super into personally. Now, is that gonna be just, like, a remake of the original, or is that, like, a brand new game entirely? Yay, Scooty Booties. It's gonna be a new thing? Okay, that's actually pretty cool. No, one game I would love to see a new entry for, and I know it's never gonna happen, 'cause I know at least the second one has like a lot of like weird licensing issues, which is why it's not available currently. But I would love to see another black and white game. Because I know the first game, it was like 90% monster raising, 10% city building. It didn't really... And it was good for like a few minutes, but you really couldn't build much out of it. I loved where the second one was going, where it was about even mixture of monster raising and town building. But there's still like a lot of little things that didn't really work for me with that game. And I wanted them to be able to reiterate on a third version, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. So I know the developer is still technically around. I think they're the ones who made Guild Wars 2, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I don't... As much as I would love to see it, I'm not expecting another black and white game anytime soon. Hey, we had this arena last seed. Now, am I going to die is the question. Oh, yep, I'm dead. I forgot I had, like, no jump height. Yeah, we have no jump height, and we have, like, super high gravity. Which we're not gonna get a lot of jump distance. Okay, same intro as before. Oh wow, I couldn't even outrun the wind. And come on, victory. Caplue. Yeah. Oh, that's a good dash. Unless I can go. Okay, it's just as good going left as well. Perfect. Okay, it's actually kind of a struggle to get up walls with this. Hell yeah, early body armor. Let's go. I will always take early body armor. Lets me do more silly things. And I can actually get the sub-tank this time. Oh, come on. Yeah, it doesn't seem like my jump height really gets improved at all by this. We should still be able to theoretically make it, though. Can I even... I can't even reach you. Oh, this is actually annoying. Oh, God. Well, I guess this is our life now. Can I even make it up there from here? I can't. I actually have to make it up. Okay. Ow. There we go. Can I even make this work? Yes, I can. Okay. It's complicated as crap, but we can make it. Come on. Yeah, barely. Yeah, purple and green are actually a nice color combo. Not this green. Actually, I guess there are some green highlights on this suit. Well, I kind of like how we're actually losing a lot of the purple as we get the suit upgrades. Yeah, so before we got the boots, literally everything about Mega Man was freaking green. Except I guess the little head crystal was no. Yeah, the head crystal was green before. Let me rephrase that. Everything else was heckin' purple. It was like purple on purple with a purple overlay. I mean, I think that this kind of purple, or this kind of green isn't actually bad in comparison with this color purple, I don't think. I think once we get all the suit upgrades, and we have kind of more white introduced in the mix, it'll kind of maybe balance it out a little bit more. How did I dodge that? Alright, time for the stage I'm always afraid of. That does so little damage. Okay, not seeing any lava. I appreciate that. Okay, no lava, good. Yeah. Time for Birdman. I'm just on realizing, like, again, the off-gold color palette and, like, the background of that. I don't like that. That gives me, like, the memories of Mustard. Oh, I thought I'd have to actually ride that as wall climbing the entire way. That would have been annoying as hell. This should work? Oh, barely. Yeah, this high, heavy gravity is really annoying. Oh, nope, not allowed. You can quit that. Alright. Wait. Not quite so patiently. Oh, that was actually perfect right there. Smooth. And what? Oh, can I make this jump? Okay, I'm close enough. Game, you know for a fact I jumped. You cannot tell me I didn't. Ow. Oh, I started all the way at the start, too. The ultimate disgrace. Oh, I could have made that work. Dang it. This stage is gonna suck. You're getting closer every attempt. You must continue your attempts. But that is how you will find success. Yeah, I think I need to do the dash in order to get, like, consistent forward speed, I guess. It doesn't really change much. Just want to tell me another high and hope that we're sincerely well. Likewise, Solace. And if things are not, I hope things get better soon. And let me know if I need to add anything for you, because I will do so. In your honor. Oh, God. There we go. Okay, this is actually a perfect fire suit color. Let's heckin' go. Ah, gotcha. Hopefully that did it. Oh, this is not gonna work. I literally cannot... I'm even like dash kicking and I am not making it. We cannot get the suit upgrade. And I don't think there's a way I can. Yeah, it seems like we have the charge beam. Not charge beam, but the charge gun. The ice platform doesn't get going unless it stays on the ground for a bit. Although I guess I could technically slide off of it, but I don't have that level of charge. Yeah, we are just not getting that upgrade, apparently. Can I even get out of here? Okay, I can get out of here. Now, that makes me sad. Hopefully that's just a helmet that we don't actually need for, like, anything in the game. If that is actually the glove upgrade, or I keep calling it things that it's not. But yeah, if that's the Buster upgrade, then this run is truly cursed. Oh, we barely made that work. I realized I could actually duck underneath that. That was cool. All right, let's do this. What was this called again? Ben Gay Shrek versus something. I forget what the last thing was. Yeah, I think Ben Gay Shrek is all you need to really know about this. So Aaron tests RNG limits. Oh god. I mean, technically, we test the RNG limits literally every time we do this, so... Some tests go less well than others. Well, I mean, it's better than natural 1. High enough modifier, you can still make any check. Like, some people in my Pathfinder group right now, they can roll a 4 on, like, their perception check. They still get, like, a 70 freaking 2. I swear they're cheating. I mean, I know they're not. They just have too much time in their hands looking at D&D stuff, but still. D72? Why 472? That sounds like a very specific number to try to put in. My brain will not accept there being no lore with 72. Why do I not have a D100? How did I overlook a D100? Oh, we're not gonna be able to get this either. Oh, okay, so I guess we're missing the Buster for the rest of this run. Well. Okay, we're missing half our armor. No upgrade randomizer run, let's go. I mean, we do have, I guess, the quote-unquote important ones. We have our speed and we have our armor, so I guess I'm happy enough with that. But yeah, it does also mean we're not going to get our ice sled, which means there's going to be some other upgrades we can't get this run either. Actually, yeah, this run does really suck. We can't get anything fun. This is the fun is illegal seed. Are you serious? There we go. Take that. Must have the code of mustard 404. I mean, to me, that sounds like the best code, because that means mustard not found, which is the best kind of code. I hate this arena already. This arena looks like pain. Okay, thankfully it's just damage, and not like insta-kill. Conflicts with file 432. Now that code I'm not familiar with. I do not know if that's a meme-worthy error code or not. What are you doing up there? You're not even... And why is your proof falling so slowly? I think I need to see a doctor about that. It contains ketchup 10? Fair enough, yeah. See, this is why you're around, to give us all the technical lowdown and the specifics. That I can do. As the enemy explodes. I am walking in the middle of the air. I am so powerful. Look at me go. Okay, oh, I didn't mean to go there, but okay. So the problem with going here early is that we're not gonna be able to get the sub tank. Hey, I ain't done nothing. At least something I can't be prosecuted for. Undertale memes? I appear to be drawing a blank as to what Undertale meme we are referencing currently. Oh god, okay. I'm glad I went left instead. Oh god. There we go. Oh god, I need light. Oh. How did I dodge that? My god. Yeah, we'll call it skill. I'll accept that incorrect determination. Nice. Yeah, it's either the flamethrower or the wind weapon you typically want to use against this guy. Ooh, we got a 1-up out of that. That's cool. Now I'm in turbo graphics mode. Just everybody can have a little bit of pixels as a treat. Although technically that line would work more with like the absolute minimum bit rate, where there's like 6 pixels of me on screen. Because that way it is actually just a little bit of pixels. I'm so sad we can't get to that. And that's the thing, we don't even have the boomerangs of backup for that either. At least our lemons are powerful as hell. Ow. What you want to do is get like the 15 pixels and redeem a beans just to see? That actually would be kind of curious, actually. I hadn't even thought of that. What are you doing up there? Get down here. That does modest damage. I mean, that is the question. Would it actually be 1 pixel per bean? Or do you actually even get like less than that? Do you get like discount beans? In like the worst sense possible. Earn beans from Temu. Oh my god. You know that stuff's fake then. Where they're beans alright, but they're like pinto beans. And then pinto bean. Oh, this boss fight is gonna suck. Because we barely have any jump as it is. I am not looking forward to this. Well, I guess we do have... Actually, we do have extra jump height because of the underwater. Actually, we might be fine. Because it's only the down... Yeah, it's only when we start falling that the fall change is noticeable. Maybe we're fine. Keyword maybe. Okay, we can't destroy the little scope thing that time. There we go. Oh, I should have grabbed the other way. to get more sub-tank refill. Oh, that's actually kind of perfect. Oh. How did I not die there? Okay. We're alive. We're alive. The important thing is that we're alive. The game did not want me to jump there. Oh, that's a miracle first try. Yeah, see, well, we're okay. Nothing to worry about. Okay, I almost got worried there. But then I got better. Beautiful. Oh, I still didn't get any of the upgrades. Or not the upgrades, but the recovery stuff. Yeah, underwater jumping. So much better than regular jumping right now. Where are you? There you are. Get wrecked, nerd. All the replenishment. Okay, how's this arena gonna look now? Oh god, it's this style again. I need to stay out of the center as much as I can. That hardly does... That's useless. Okay, that's perfect. You can stay right down there, and I'll be happy. I would glad to even face tank you. Beautiful. Now, I think we still die because of the way the stage is set up. No, we don't. We're good. Yeah. I always forget what he's called in the Japanese version, because I think it's like a completely different name. But it still kind of makes no sense. Oh, okay, shield is actually... That's unfortunate. That's not what I meant to do. Please get wrecked. Thank you. Damn, I can't destroy him this time. They fire very fast, but also very inaccurately. Which I approve of. Oh god, I just realized. The first Sigma stage, where we need to go through all like the little flying platforms we usually use the Stink Chameleon charge-up power for, we're not gonna be able to do that trick. We're gonna have to legitimately get past that section. Which sounds like literally the worst possible thing you could ask of anybody in this game. I mean, also going through this stage is like the worst thing you could ask anybody, or worst thing you could ask anybody to do with this jump height. Ow. Get down here. Please tell me I can get up there. Game, please. There we go. That's what I want to see. Ooh, barely made that. So yeah, there is literally no way we can get this hard tank right now. Which makes me sad. I made it on there and I couldn't stay on. There we go. Your BRB is concluded. Congratulations. I hope your return was nice and cozy. Oh, that barely worked. There we go. Ow. Get up there. Okay, drunk weapon is not helping here. Ow. Ow. Yeah, you're not allowed your hat back. Your hat is illegal. I must confiscate it. Oh my god, why are there so many hats? I'm gonna do a quick safety here. There we go. I didn't need it. Dang it. Ha, you missed. Yeah. Okay, so then we got one stage left. It is simply a reminder of the potential power that you wield. But know that I shall always break free in due time. You can never truly capture me. Ow. Okay, avoiding the instant death, that's good. Let's not forget the forbidden power. I mean, I'd rather we forget. That sounds cozier. Actually, it does take quite a bit of that to knock you out, which concerns me. Oh! Oh, I should have died there. 1,000,000,000% I should have died. Okay, I need to resolve all of your existences. Oh god. Oh, there it is. May just be Metopia, but it's still a facet of my existence. But it cannot be. We can just say no. No is a very powerful word. I always say when I get like the big energy refills right as I'm at like one tick away from full. Because I wish the overage from a thing like that could still go to the sub tanks. The game just doesn't want that. Come on. Ow. Come on. There. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so let's hope I don't soft lock with this. 'Cause I want that health tank. I'm not getting a lot of them this run. Okay, it's actually the standard stage. I love that for me. Well, that's a first. Hi. Again. Come on. Third time's a charm? Yeah, there we go. Gimme. Nope. No, gimme. Give me. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get rid of his shield first before doing anything. Because the roly-poly attack is always annoying, because normally you can't damage him at all through it. Which he always opens with. Okay, you actually had a normal speed for that. I appreciate that. Oh. Not weak. Not weak. Not weak. I think that's... There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You hold a terrible power in your grasp, but for the good of everyone, it shall remain sealed. Now this statement I agree with. Yeah. Okay, so this next stage is definitely going to be interesting without access to the Charge Beam Sting Chameleon weapon. We do have ads coming up in a little bit. It's a little early for this, but I do need to take a quick bio break, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. And when we get back, we will see if we can get past the stage, because I am not looking forward to this. But yeah, in the meantime, let me turn on the burb, and now we shall a burb. Be back in a few minutes at the... Yeah, I'll run ads because nothing else going on in the meantime. But yeah, quick BRB. Apparently it is raining out here. And kind of heavily. I wasn't expecting it to be raining tonight. But yeah, let's get a little scooted in. Turn off the burb. And get back to the gob. Now, let's see how much pain is going to be involved in this level. At least one thing I've confirmed is that, like, the work I had done to kind of help prevent, like basement flooding a while back, it has held up very well, given all, like, the extra rain it's been having over the past, like, couple of months here, so... Well, even that, and in addition to the, like, the melting of the snow and stuff like that at the end of summer, or end of winter, so... Yeah, so far all that stuff is going well, at least. Yeah, these guys I'm gonna absolutely hate. What's gonna be my best weapon against them? And this has a big hitbox. And the thing, not only can I now use my invincibility, I also have, like, terrible jump height. And, like, climbing ability. Game. Look, we made the first platform. That's a win. Oh god, you're immune to that. Okay, that went infinitely better than I expected. Let's heckin' go. How did I miss all those shots? There we go. And there is no way I'm doing the skip here, so... Let's just accept our fate. The return of Mew again. Welcome back 3, The Reckoning. Oh, you got pretty low resolution there. Not quite the 6 or the 2-bit, but pretty dang heckin' close. Actually, see if I can. Yeah, this is kind of similar to the emote that we have now. Something like this, maybe. I know it's this. I think like this is the second lowest resolution it can get. But yeah, obviously there's like one step less that it can go. No, it must be perfect. Yeah, you'll know when it's perfect. For absolutely sure. Yeah, I actually might maybe just like extend the length of that. So yeah, give a little more opportunity for like further shenanigans. Okay, homing works. Doesn't do a lot of damage though. Oh, okay, that doesn't do a lot of damage either. That. Okay, at least leftward does good movement. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, this fight kind of sucks. I think we got some sub-tanks filled. Fortunately, since his iframes work similar to... Oh, I thought we could take one more hit. Yeah, since his iframes work the same as the dog during the Sigma fight, we can get a lot more hits on him per use of the wind spell. Compared to like any other ability. Otherwise, we gotta sit through the first damaging phase again, I think. Oh no, we skip right to this. Perfect. Ah, dang it. Oh, that was perfect. Come on. Get him. I don't know what that AI manipulation was, but I kind of enjoyed it. Actually, let me go ahead and while the cutscene does its thing. Actually, yeah, if it's shown on stream. I'll hold off on that until later. Yeah, I think after tonight I'm going to extend the duration of the air retro in. Wait, why did I oh, right. I forget when you get to this section, if you don't have the Buster upgrade, you actually get it from 0. I completely forgot about that. Okay, so we'll always have this. Oh, that's because, okay. So one of the reasons for this is that the only things that will damage Sigma at the end of the game is the rolling shield and the max level charge. So they want to make sure you actually have access to everything. Yeah, because if I can get rid of you, that'd be a start. There we go. Can I get you two? There we go. Now, can I actually make it across is the next question. I don't know if I can. Oh, nice. Refill. Okay, actually, we have just enough jump height, I think, to make this work. Where's the... here. This will just work. What do you think get on the thing? Game, I disagree. Okay, we get onto that. Soft lock by the randomizer engine. I'm surprised it took this long, honestly. We've been doing for this for like ages. Okay, this I don't know if I can get across here, unless I can actually like do a proper... No, I think we are actually... I think we're actually soft locked here. And welcome in, Rogue. How you doing tonight? I think you're witnessing this randomizer's first official victory over us, because I cannot get across here. Because the platform from down below is not going to work. Because that is too far down. Yeah, we are actually soft locked. Because this gives me a shield, which doesn't actually help. This gives me a little spout. This just does more... I think it says like a vertical wind thing. Yeah, right there. What does this do as charge? Oh, it just does that. This one just does like a couple big boomerangs to the side. This gets us our platform. That only gets us to the first step. What does this do? Oh, we actually fire the fish. Interesting. This makes us invincible. Yeah, we are unable to progress from here because we cannot do like ranged jumping. Wow. Okay. Let's roll a new seed then. Yeah, this is kind of a first, actually. Okay, so let's do something a little bit different than we usually do for these randos. So randomize all the normal... Okay, we're gonna randomize stages. We'll still do total random for boss weaknesses. We're actually gonna keep weapons and movement the same for this one, just because I haven't done that in like forever. We'll still do a palette shift. And we'll randomize stage music, because why not? Alright, we'll do this. We have... This seed's name is called Roll P5. And, it's not the letter P. My concerns are only increasing. I don't know about that one. Yeah, this one should be doable because we're not doing any like funky movement or anything. Okay, we're back to being super red, man. Time for the Zawarudo. Oh god, this is our normal move speed? Oh my god, the base move speed is so slow. How are you not dead still? How is this vanilla move speed? This is horrendous. Oh, that one got deflected. No, what damage boosting? It is not worth. Okay, so you know what? I'm not dealing with everything being immune to lemons. Let's redo that. I want to have a fun seed. Randomize all those. Well, those the same. Palette shift. And stage music. Let's try that again. Okay, this is a lot less gross. This is actually something I would actually be kind of interested in watching. Fantasy Network. That's the name of this seed now. Alright, please be good for a change. Sometimes you get a lot, sometimes you get a little. Sometimes you get negative. Okay, we're back to pseudo vanilla Mega Man. Yeah, this feels so much slower than I remember the base speed being. Almost feels like everything else is like an upgrade, honestly. No, the other way around. This is something I would watch compared to the other things, which I would not watch. Dang it. Hey, what up? Let's second go. Oh, that was weird. I didn't know you could trigger like the stream movement, but not the enemy at the same frame. That's a new one to me. Your brain is cooked. It's Monday. That's a normal state of existence for a Monday. Another one up. Okay. Oh, it despawned on me. Dang it. Yeah, dreading of the memory of Diggernaut apparently stripped you of critical thought. Mood. Yeah, thinking of a thing makes you less likely to think of other things. That tracks. Oh yeah, that does rhyme. I didn't even notice that until you mentioned it. That's amusing. I barely dodged that somehow. I see the song of our people has commenced. Ah. Oh, come on. There we go. And now I'm pre-damaged. That's called speed tech. Fun fact, you actually can die at this stage of the fight if you're... I want to say not careful enough, but you have to actually be careful in order to be able to die at this segment. Wow, Zero's more blue than we are. That's how you know he's the leader. Alright, so this time we actually do have random stages here. I didn't want to turn on random bosses, though. So since we're in Spark Mandel stage, we're actually gonna fight Spark Mandel. I didn't think about... Oh, this is actually gonna suck. Because not only is this stage actually, like, functional, we don't have any real upgrades right now. Dang it. Let you do your thing. Okay, at least we got a health recharge. Ow. Okay, those sparks only go one way. Okay, you know what is Lower Torvus Bog? That's not its original name? Wait, which music? Is this another, like, Metopia thing, or is this something else? Ow! Dangnabbit. The one water area music, that's a vibe? Oh, Metroid, gotcha. Yeah, I don't remember any of the music from Fusion, so I cannot really... Oh, everything's gonna suck for this area. Okay, if we game over, we're absolutely changing stages. Because this area is hell with, like, no upgrades. Not sure how I avoided damage there, but cool. Okay, calm down, buddy. Ow. There we go. Yeah, button mashing. Oh, plus Samus Returns, right. Yeah, we were talking about Fusion earlier, so I thought you would, like, swap to that first or something. Although my comment still stands for Samus Returns as well, so... Technically, I'm still correct, even though I'm wrong. I can't get anything here. That makes me sad. Because I know the boss here is going to be next to impossible to kill at this amount of stats. That's when I even make it to the boss. Okay, at least this is after the mini-boss fight there. How many lives do I have? 2 lives left. Okay, I may have passed over the first time. Lower Brinstar? Feed me, Seymour. No, Nambi. We have a Nambi at home.
Mustard is better.
Lyconius, how dare. You come into my house and speak these profane, blasphemous words. Also, we're dead. Yeah, you know, I would normally try to, not... Also, by the way, welcome on in, Lyconius. How you doing tonight? Normally, I would, like, tough it out and try to leave it in here, but no, just no. I am not having fun with that segment. Let's try here instead. No, unfortunately, you are not the only one. Others are doing also cursed things. Where they went wrong in life, I do not know. I've talked about the stream of his recently. What about, like, the mustard stuff like that? Can I? Okay, I can't destroy the shield. One more. No? One more? Okay, there you go. Oh, they dropped full health things before. I feel gypped now. We still have no abilities. Okay, that worked out, actually. Can I destroy these things? Nope, I cannot. Ow. Oh, they actually aim this time. That's amazing. You know, I thought that by not having, like, the randomized movement and weapon function, stuff like that, that this would actually be, like, a more normal fast seed. No. I thought very, very wrongly. And the part that could be terrible. Okay, we've had really good luck with this section so far. We've not had, like, the insta-kill 50 billion miles an hour speed. And thankfully, you can use damage boost to avoid the insta-kills from these things. Time for Plasma Beam? The best beam. Mostly because it's green. And also because in Super Metroid, it basically ignores certain iframes if you use it right. Heck you. Dang it. Yeah, because they're called intermittent frames. Because they only occur intermittently. See, I know my gaming terminology. What he said, exactly. Listen to my old learned ways in the art of the gaming of the videos. Ow. Okay, I may or may not have deserved that. Have you ever played Gunstar Heroes? I forget what game that is, but no, I have not played Gunstar Heroes. I'm trying to remember what that game is, but I just can't think about it. I'm close to dying. Oh god, I'm closer to dying. Oh, come on! Game, why? Wait, when does it start me? Okay, it's after the elevator section. Well, at least if we die again, we just go right to the game over screen so we can go back to pick a different stage. Yeah, there's a reason there's a mostly specific stage progression in this game. And I'm semi-certain it's like developer intended too. In fact, this boss is pretty much literally gonna be impossible without the torpedo. Dang it. I don't want to get bodied by you. Oh, I thought I could actually, like, jump off this proper. I guess not. Yeah, what kind of game was Gunstar Heroes? Because I'm literally having trouble thinking of, like, anything about it right now. Oh, heck you. Yeah, especially if Boomer Koranger, like, grabs us with his horns and throws us upward, that's gonna take, like, half our health. So there is no way we win this fight. Unless he throws. Nope. Okay, didn't do as much as I was afraid of, but still. How did we win that? I think he felt sorry for us. Which honestly, I would feel sorry for me too at this point. Yeah. Green beam and purple suit? Heck yeah. The best combination. Gunstar Heroes was a run-and-gun game, Sega Genesis? Okay. I didn't have a lot of games for the Genesis when I was a kid. Some of the games I did have, I know I had Sonic 2, well, Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and then Sonic and Knuckles. I had Beyond Oasis. I had Vector Man, which I wasn't as big into, despite supposedly being like one of the best like technological advancements, supposedly. I don't know, it was an okay game for me. I had Toe Jam and Earl. I had Toe Jam and Earl 2 Return to Funkatron, which wasn't a bad game per se, it's just not what anybody was expecting or looking forward to when they heard about a sequel to Toe Jam and Earl. What else did I have? I had Bubsy. I had Bubsy for the Genesis. I think I had Zool, the puzzle game. I think I had that for the Genesis as well. Your next ability is an attack of screws. Honestly, my favorite upgrade in any Metroid game. Just straight up. What else did I have on Genesis? I feel like there's some other games I had on Genesis, I just can't think of any of them right now. Oh, I jumped way too early. Okay. I mean, at least we do have a weapon this time, but it's not gonna be like super useful or anything. Get him. Also, some of these enemies on these platforms actually can respawn if you're in like the wrong position. I think like this one. If you don't finish it off and keep like on screen long enough, it can actually respawn on you. And also, the game is expecting us to have the speed boots at this point. Oh no, that's the one that can respawn. If you're not careful. Because it goes so far off screen. I'm not wasting my boomerangs on this. EP time, sun is almost up. Have a good night, Nambi, and thanks for hanging out. Oh god. Okay, I am so not used to vanilla movement. There we go. Okay, I should be able to dash jump on this even though I don't have boots. No, I can't. Oh wait, no, I can just do this. Kind of. Can I? Okay, so I can. I just need to... There we go. Just like oddly precise. Come on. I dip out. Rez! Ah! Holy crap, welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. Let me do the thing.
What is a raid? An adorable little pile of cuties. But enough talk. Welcome on in.
Welcome on in, Rez and Raiders. How y'all doing tonight? For those who don't know who I am, my name is Aaron Jevlith. I'm a silly little cat doing silly little things on the silly little internet. Tonight we're doing a set of randomizers for Mega Man X, who we spawned out on our wheel tonight. And yeah, I made bad decisions when generating the seed. Because I chose to randomize the stages, and we had all the bad stages to start with. We only finally got like our first upgrade now. But yeah, you are playing some Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. How far are you in that game at this point? So I'm assuming you're pretty far in by now. I generally make bad decisions. I mean, you're not wrong on that one. Also, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody with the thing. Chat? Do you want to? Okay, there we go. Yeah, chat in OBS is weird sometimes. It doesn't like always want to scroll up when it wants to. But yeah, I'm assuming you're probably getting kind of close to finishing up at this point already, or do you still have like a lot more to go? Actually, that's one thing I never really thought about. How much like bonus content slash, not really post game, but like how much end game side content is there in 12? Never actually got far enough for that. I mean, if I could throw boxes at you, King, I would hit them every time, so I would never miss in that case. A lot, mostly because of the hunts. Is that mostly just what it comes down to? Well, I know there's also like the... I forget what it's called in that game, but there's like the progressive floors of like a special dungeon you can go through as well. I know that's a thing. And I know you use that to get a lot of like broken items super early if you really want to try to do so. I know even like the speedrun uses that special mode. I wish I remember what it's called. Yeah, trial mode, that's what that is. Yeah, so even speedruns use trial mode to get like super good equipment super early on. And not to equip them, but just to sell them for a lot of money. It's actually kind of amusing. You don't ever do that? That's fair. Confirm you'd also guide his shots always a straight box straight at King. Wait, I should be trying to use my weapon on here. Okay, you're actually weak to it. That's perfect. Come on. Ooh, you got close to that one. Just overshot in the wrong way. Got him. I both like and don't like the grayscale on this particular Mega Man color for this weapon. It's kind of cool conceptually, but it's like the execution just doesn't work. Oh, right, I never updated the category. Dang it, I did a derp. Mega Man X, there we go. Alright, I fixed it, Rez. Are you proud of me? The category, exactly. Alright, please be a stage I can do reliably. Well, we do have a Storm Eagle's weapon, so we actually can theoretically get the health upgrade. Theoretically. So I might have to take out the big Crusher thing at a specific spot rather than just early, depending on how it goes, but... yeah, we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Get him. Ow. How dare. How dare you accurately use a weapon against me. This was the only wait, do I even have any upgrades? I think I have the helmet upgrade. That's it. And the helmet does like nothing. Oh, I actually caught up to it. Wow. Okay. Well, I will say the category before was just catting, so it was in fact the category. Even before the fact. Ow. Heck you. Also heck you. Wait, oh wait, I suppose the weapon damage is still randomized. Come on. There's some health. Can't make use of that. No, do I have it? Do I have a sub-tank? I do have sub-tanks, okay. So I could have made use of that, but oh well. Oh, right. I thought it was in a different section for some reason. Alright, let's see if I can make myself not get soft locked here. Water and lava can no longer inhibit you? Heck yeah. You are now always hydrated. Please get wrecked. Oh, that was like... we got the hard tank, but we can't, see, that's like the one stage change I don't like. That you can actually get quote-unquote soft locked by going for the hard tank. You know, we technically started it. Let's actually properly finish it. Dang it. There we go. Actually, I need you to go through. So we'll just casually follow this guy. Cleaning up the trash that he leaves in his wake. Oh, I wish I had my boots right now. Slowly filling up our sub-tanks. And I do mean slowly. I'm not getting any of the actual good health drops. Well, I'm just dealing with it then. I wish the item drop would actually go onto the little trolley here. That made things so much nicer. The attack of screws has been acquired. Last thing is power bomb, guarded by, you know. Okay, so I need to actually wait for you to do your thing. Your favorite boss. Wait. I can't make this. I need dash for this. I don't have dash. We literally cannot progress from here. God. Okay. So yeah, this is why I don't usually do random stages. Aaron softlocks himself to stream. Yeah, just legit. And unfortunately, this stage is going to be fully viable as well. I don't think we die on the floor, but I think we just take a lot of damage. No Soden, only suffering. No, it is in fact Soden. It's suffering of the night. Oh, actually, I can use that. Thankfully, we do get another suit upgrade here. And it's free. I want you to be armor. Dang it. Okay, so I guess we have the Buster upgrade from the other one then. Yeah, with the raid, I completely forgot to even notice what upgrade I got from the previous thing. But I guess it was a Buster upgrade. I forgot that happened. Oh, God. Well, only one way to find out if we can survive the trip. We'll take damage from there. Okay, it is only basic damage. Never mind, that's basically death. Okay. That's heckin' rude. That's another hard tank we're not gonna be able to get. Yeah, you do the Metroid that you suplex into the ground. I appreciate suplexes. Because I once upon a time was a wrestling fan. I still enjoy the idea of wrestling, just not the form that it exists today. Samus is a badass in that game? As she should be, honestly. Yay, same brain cell. Oh, God. That could have been terrible. Okay, so no, we know we can't get the health tank. We can't get the sub tank either because we don't have the boots. Getting a good chunk of a sub tank fill at least. Yeah, at this point, I'm expecting like the very last stage we actually beat is going to be where our boot upgrade is. And the boots are going to be... Oh no, I have a regular movement speed set up, so they actually will be good for sure. Ah, damn. Thought he'd die faster than that. She's fist fighting a mutant pterodactyl. She is definitely a badass. That's one of the less impressive things she does. I don't remember that segment, but I'm guessing that's from a Prime game that I don't know about, so that would kind of make sense. I could cut off your snout, which means you can't roar and you can't change the floor. I like this idea. Actually, no, you can still jump on the ground. I forgot about that. Oh, God. Oh, God, why? Oh, God. Oh, God. Everything's terrible. Oh, that was perfect. Yay, same brain cell. But Mom said it's my turn with the brain cell. Okay, so we did at least beat that stage. Come on, be Chill Penguin. Not Chill Penguin. But it is a stage where we get another suit upgrade, so I'll take that. Although, actually, depending on which stage... I don't know if you have the stage beaten that would let us get the thing down here normally. So I know there's... I forget which stage it is, but by beating one stage before coming here, like, a lot of the... Like, the section where you get the heart tank is basically, like, underwater and flooded. And that's how you're normally supposed to be able to get access to the heart tank. But I don't know if we've actually beaten that stage. I don't think we have. Actually, I can't progress through until we get the boots. Okay, so... After you beat Durgonaut, she shoots its face, finishing off without looking at it. She was given lore-accurate personality. Well, so at what point in the storyline is, like, Samus Return / Metroid 2? Because I forget where in the timeline some of the games go, or, like, how many years pass between them. Okay, wait for you to do your thing. Get him. Okay, so if this is boots, we can progress. If it's armor, we have to leave. Prime Series takes place between 2 and Super Metroid. So mine... I thought the Prime Series was like a separate canon, technically. Like, I thought those... Yeah, I think the Prime games and the quote-unquote regular games... Well, they're all canon, but they're like different timelines, I think. Where, like, the events of Prime don't take place in the same universe that Super Metroid and its preceding events take place in, was my understanding. Also, yay, boots. Why does regular movement suck so much? Okay, yeah, we don't have the means to get the heart tank here. They're all the same? I need to brush up on my Metroid lore, apparently. 'Cause I could have sworn they were, like, separate... entirely separate, like, storylines and whatnot. Because I know, like, the events of the Prime series do have their own separate consequences on, like, Samus or just general existence. At least I thought they did. We'll take the one up, why not? And punch. Stop laughing at me. There's a little bit of health. Big health. That I don't really care about right there. I guess I refilled something. Oh, probably all the storm I used earlier. That makes sense. Alright, so do we have a weapon that's actually viable for this fight? Actually, we have the vanilla weakness. Oh, it's not gonna work in this arena, though. That was originally the idea, due to the Choser creating Metroids, essentially retconning Metroid Prime creating them. The story development of Phazon became canon? I did not know that. What do you mean you're immune to your own weakness? Heck you. Okay, this boss sucks. He's immune to 2 of the 3 special weapons that I have. I'm gonna need my sub-tanks, yeah. I wish I could partially use a tank, rather than having to use, like, every single piece of it. Metroid Prime gained that ability through phase-on mutation. Yeah, I know next to nothing about the storyline for the Prime series. So that's yet another thing I cannot really properly comment on. Ow. Get wrecked, nerd. Only one hit left. Got him. So I'm assuming all the Prime games that have released so far have been just in canonical order 1, 2, and 3, right? Or do they do like weird timeline skipping things as well? I guess not really as well, because all the base Metroid games were technically still in their canon order, I think. So there was Metroid, then Metroid 2, A Return of Samus, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion. I feel like there's another game between Fusion and Dread in the timeline, but I can't think of what it is. Because I know Other M was supposed to be like basically like the start of everything. Back when Samus was, I think still just a cadet, is I think how the story is supposed to work. This music is far more foreboding for the stage than it has any right to be. Oh god. F, Marry, Kill? Mega Man, Metroid, Legend of Zelda. Okay, do you mean Link or Zelda for Legend of Zelda? Just to be clear. Yeah, Hunters take place at some point after Prime 3, but not clear exactly when. I keep forgetting Hunters is even a game. Was that the handheld game one where it's like wasn't even really a Metroid game because you never actually played Samus? I mean the series as a whole? I'm gonna borrow a line from, I forget what it is, I'm gonna borrow a line from something. Do you realize how little that narrows it down? Do you realize how many Zelda games there are? And how many of them I've not played substantially? Well, even then, like, I mean, okay, if we're doing F, Marry, Kill, how do you do that with a series? Wait, how does that work for series in general? You're just getting me more confused now. Yeah, hunters are where you face off against other bounty hunters. Oh yeah, Defense Force, that's what it was. Yeah, all I remember is picking up oh, I barely survived that. Yeah, all I remember is picking up a handheld Metroid game thinking, ooh, this looks fun. And then find out it was literally just like FPS multiplayer combat thing, and I'd be like, I am so disappointed by this. Oh, come on. Federation Force isn't even canon? Well, okay, then the question is it not canon because it just did poorly, or not canon because they never planned it to be canon? Which I'm guessing they probably never planned to be canon if it was like Bounty Hunter versus Bounty Hunter. That doesn't quite make sense per se. Nintendo couldn't accept that. You know what, fair enough. Oh, come on, again. Now you would kill Mega Man because you don't play it. Marry Zelda because it's always been there for you. And you would F Metroid because you played it once like a one-night stand. Wow. Okay, I'm actually getting disturbingly low on win, so I'm probably not gonna be able to do my proper tech unless I damage boost to get these in. Wow, no drops on that whatsoever. Oh my god! Okay, I don't know how I survived that. Energy. Give me that energy. Oh my god. Oh, we actually survived that. Let's second go. Okay, so if we're doing it as a series... Okay, so Mega Man, Metroid, and Zelda. I've never really had to think about like this kind of question before, so this might take me a little bit to think about. So F, Marry, Kill between Mega Man... I mean, honestly, I'd probably go with Kill on Mega Man, because there's been like a couple games I like in the series, but it is basically the exact same formula for every single game. They don't really switch it up too much. I think that's kind of my explanation for that one. And then we're at F and Mary. I'll say probably F with Metroid for reasons I'm not going to go on to on stream, and then Mary Zelda, just because I think the Zelda series is basically like the perfect series for like any kind of randomizer. Honestly, you can do so much cool stuff with like sequence breaks, just like random little tricks and stuff like that. There's so many different things you can do for that. I think that's gonna be my final answer to that. Yeah, Mega Man could never have been a concept, and your life would remain exactly the same. That's the extent of your opinion. Yeah, like I said, like the concept is good, but they never really did a lot of real iterations on it. At least not that I've really witnessed much myself. Like, one of the biggest things they did was the introduction of Mega Man X, where you could actually like upgrade your suit, stuff like that, with like individual pieces. They kind of went further with that in the future games, but I don't know, not to really a way that I consider very personally satisfactory. I will say, based on our previous discussions, you might already know some of the reasons. I'll describe it as such. Okay, I need to sub-tank. I am close enough to finishing him off. Oh, God. Yeah, if I can get the double hits, that's where the cool bits are. And double hit, there we go. Alright, play the Metroid series, fix this critical error. Well, okay, so here's the question then. Which Metroid game have you played? Because I feel like it does make a big difference as far as like which one you've played with. Which also might explain maybe why you've only played ever like one game. I don't think we've tried going here yet. Come on, be chill, penguin. Okay, no, we were already here. Is Metroid 2? Yeah, if we're talking the Game Boy Metroid 2, you love that one? Okay, so if you played Metroid 2, you loved it, and you've never played Super Metroid, definitely give that one a chance. In my opinion, Super Metroid is probably the... Yeah, because the thing is, I like Super Metroid and Metroid Dread about evenly, but they're both also still very different kind of games, honestly. You think it was Super Metroid? Yeah, if it was on the Super Nintendo, then that was definitely Super Metroid. Yeah, I was gonna say, Metroid 2 for the Game Boy was a very different kind of game from like all sorts of aspects, not even just like technologically based. Why even not played any others? You played it on Wii U? I never had the, I never did any, like, the retro gaming style on the Wii U. Actually, I never had a Wii U, period. I had the regular Wii, but I didn't really have any, like, At least I don't think I owned any, like, retro games on that. I think I only had, like, the actual Wii games. You've never been so infuriated by a gameplay gimmick? Which gameplay gimmick? You got me kind of curious on that one now. I keep forgetting I have boots. I'm so used to like not having them for the longest while. The whole equipment switching thing. I mean, you never had to switch weapons, really. It was there if you wanted it to be, but you could just, like, as soon as you pick up an item, you can just never unequip and you'd be perfectly fine. In fact, I'm not sure if anybody even knows why that was even, like, put in as a thing. I think maybe some people thought it was like possible like challenge mode you could do with it, but that's like the only thing I could think of. That's why you repeat yourself. Okay, so what about that would like? Did you think you like had to do? Oh, okay, you're talking about that, not like the turning off like upgrade stuff like that. I mean, it's one of those things that they had. I think that's probably like quote unquote the best they could do as far as like being able to switch weapons at that time, because there was still. I think they were still kind of mostly experimenting with how they could even like use the controls, stuff like that. Also, one of the rare instances in which we can get this heart tank. The one mechanic almost made you give up on playing it? What, like the missile switching? Really? What, was it maybe just like the controller settings you were using wasn't correct? Because you can change the controller setting generally like whatever combination you want. Like if you wanted the B button to be like the item select, you could do that. The fact that it's cycled? I mean, if it's trying to do things like super fast, I can kind of see that, but there's not really super much of a reason to have to go super fast with that. Why are we getting all the same stage modifications? Should be more variety than this. Oh, that does good damage. Well, it's not that I'm criticizing. I'm just trying to understand. How'd you get up there? Oh, please tell me you get down. Please get down from there. Please tell me you can get down. I know this has happened before. I figured there's a way I can actually deal with this. Because unfortunately, he doesn't actually abide by the rules of gravity. The only way he gets back into the center of the screen here, I think, is probably if he just like actually tries to jump specifically to this. But he might still jump upward. I don't actually know. Which Metroid would I recommend? If you've already played Super Metroid, the next I would recommend would be Metroid Dread. I think that one has like the most kind of like the most freedom and most cool stuff you can do with it. At least based on the Metroid games I've played so far. Outside of that, if you don't mind like the like small screens, or like I guess you maybe get on like the, well, it depends on, okay, if you have access to it, Metroid Zero Mission for the Game Boy Advance is also an amazing Metroid. I do highly recommend that as well. Okay. Come on. There we go. You say fusion first, especially after Super? That does at least get you along the chronological order of things. Although, if you want to go in the proper chronological order, you would do Zero Mission, and then... Okay, so, yeah, we're counting like the quote-unquote remakes have been done. Zero Mission is basically the original Metroid, but better. Samus Returns is Metroid 2, but better, mostly. I haven't actually played it myself, that's the general gist I've gotten from it. Then there's Super Metroid, then there's Metroid Fusion, then there's... I think from there it just goes right to Metroid Dread. And yeah, Dread is an amazing game. I highly recommend that one. Okay, which boss... Now I need to figure out which boss I haven't even actually beaten yet. Okay, so I need to find Spark Mandrill and the Armadillo. Okay, here we are now. Fusion is the most logical progression in gameplay. Yeah, I know my one thing about Fusion is the fact that it's a lot more of a linear game than you would expect from Metroid series, which has always been kind of my issue with it. But I guess if you're still kind of getting introduced to the series, it's probably not going to be so big an issue. But yeah, like for personal reasons, that'd probably be one of like the later ones I would play if you're playing from like a gameplay perspective. Now we can get this normally. Let's heck and go. Some more narrative experience. Yeah, I think that's probably like the first game that actually had like a lot of like actual in-game text and dialogue, stuff like that. Because every other one was basically more like environmental storytelling. You didn't really play Metroid for the story, you played it for the gameplay. Well, I mean, to be fair, like most of the early games didn't really have a lot of story. But yeah, starting with Fusion is when they actually start getting more proper like story and lore developing, and kind of to some degree characters as well. That's actually the first Metroid game you completed. Yeah, I would say, I'd say try to do the lore chronological order with the remade games for like the best experience. So Metroid Zero Mission for I think both the Zero Mission and Fusion were Game Boy Advance, if I remember correctly. Yeah, do those two. Metroid Zero Mission and then Samus Returns. Oh, you're immune to that. And then if you want to replace Super Metroid just to get like the proper timeline stuff going on. Actually, I guess I have to use Buster then. Okay, so I gotta get ready for this. So yeah, so Zero Mission, Samus Returns, Super Metroid, Fusion, and then Dread. I feel like that's actually probably a good way to play through the games, like gameplay-wise as well. Then you kind of get to see like how each one kind of changes over time as well. Which makes it weird, because then you're playing them entirely out of like different release order too. You gonna do Dread? Definitely a good recommend there. Fusion honestly still holds up in gameplay. Yeah, as far as I remember, the gameplay for both Fusion and Zero Mission were basically like pretty top tier for Metroidvania games, as they should be, given that the series is part of the creator of the genre. But yeah, I know like I've never liked the original Metroid, straight up. I always got so lost so quickly and so often, and it's like even within the same area, I can never remember where I actually am in relation to anything. It was way too easy to become literally lost in that game. Not like the good kind of lost, the bad kind of lost. Okay, so I can get this with the boomerang as well. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's the expected way to do that. There is also like, oh, okay, actually don't lose any boomerangs by doing this. Cool. Oh no, I guess I do lose one. Oh, of course you're immune. Why are you immune to the good weapons? These things cheat. Think you did try to play the first Metroid, was annoyed? Yeah, if you played the NES Metroid, you're gonna get a bad experience with Metroid, so do not play that one. Yeah, any game that has a remake, basically play those instead of the originals. I mean, Metroid 2 for the Game Boy wasn't bad per se. It just, I don't think the gameplay for the original 2 aged very well. Also, the fact that it's on like such a tiny screen to start with, I think also doesn't really help. At least that's more of a me thing, though. I'm not really a fan of playing anything on like handhelds anymore. Like even the screen on the Switch is kind of too small for me. Okay, vanilla weapon is still basic weakness. Got him. You still love handheld? I think you'll definitely get a big kick out of a Zero Mission and Fusion then. Yeah, as long as you're fine with like the smaller screens, by all means, heck, can go for it. Samus Returns is great, and you can suffer with Dig or Not. I will believe in your words, because I have no other experience to reference. Okay, so where was the mole? That boss you have such a love-hate relationship with? Yeah, fair. I can't offhand think of any bosses I have a love-hate relationship with at this point. Okay, not here. Yeah, this is the other problem with having random stages. I can't remember which stage leads to where. I'm trying to find like the one stage, and I have to go through every one like systematically to find it. There it is. Alright, now we can actually finish the stage. What a concept. Ooh, I actually jumped over that thing. Nice. And I didn't get a single health drop. Oh yeah, I need to let you go because of the stage modification. I would like to be able to get those two, but there's just no way I can with the way the stage is set up currently. I guess I could have if I like timed it right, but I wouldn't know how to start even timing that. Yeah, you'll be praising the Dig or Not fight until you're struggling, then it's awful. I know I've had bosses like that in other games, I just can't think of any specifically that were like that for me. Or it's like a boss has like some fun, like unique mechanics, but then like dealing with the rest of the fight is like the worst thing. That was a little bit of health at least. Okay, so I need to let you go. Okay, now we're getting some sub-tank refills. What happened to your sprite? It did not look healthy. You don't think you'll ever be interested in Mega Man? I will say, like, for the most part, once you play, like, 1 or 2 Mega Man games, you've kind of played them all, which is one of the reasons why I never got super big into the series, like, as a whole, honestly. But I just love what they started doing with Mega Man X, and that's kind of why I just love this version so much. They do try a couple other interesting things with some of the other entries, but yeah, it just never really worked out long term, at least for me. That's my only thing against it. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Oh, I know they do have a couple, like, Mega Man RPGs, if you're interested in maybe, like, trying one of the little side genres. I think Mega Man Command Mission, or there are actually some handheld games as well. Also, there's another one that was on, like, an actual, like, a PS2 console. I can't remember what it was called. It was, like, another RPG version. It was like you know, proper turn-based RPG, kind of like traditional stuff. It's like the concept of Mega Man bores you. Yeah, I know at least the RPG versions are still very different. Like the Mega Man Command missions are actually... Oh no, Mega Command Mission is a PS2 one. No, Battle Network. That's the one that's on handheld. So Battle Network is kind of like a tactical grid action game. So it's like a very different like gameplay concept as well. Yeah, I'd say look up the Battle Network game, see if maybe the gameplay style of there piques your interest, because they play very differently from regular Mega Man games. See if maybe that maybe does something for you. Yeah, it's a spin-off. In addition, Mega Man Legends is also another game that came. Mega Man Legends was on the PS1 and N64, which also is more kind of like action, like over-the-shoulder kind of action game. It has some of the elements of Mega Man. Not talking about the gameplay, you mean the whole idea of Mega Man? Okay, that I can't really help with then. Okay, at least this time we have all of our proper weapons, so we can actually... We're right there. It's okay. Everybody has their own likes and dislikes. I should have dashed. I don't know why I didn't dash there. It's basically the same way it is for me in Soul likes. I didn't realize I was on my last life there. But yeah, I've never been interested in Soul likes, just like generally, so I've really never had any interest in playing any of those. I had a little bit of interest in like Elden Ring when it was first being like announced and had stuff shown. Oh, there's your chance, Cal. Do the beans. Get the beans, quick. Get them pixelated beans. Oh my gosh, look at those pixelated beans. You can actually count the beans with a number of the little black dots. 1 bean, 2 bean, 3 bean, and no more. Look at those second beans. Now I am just a block of pixels. I am pre-Minecraft. Get ready to clip. I was paying absolutely no attention to what was happening on the screen here during any... Oh, God. I'll bean you. Please? I think you've made more clips in the past like 2 or 3 weeks than have been made in like the past 3 or 4 months on this channel, which I definitely appreciate. You actually almost can't see them at all. You can see the concepts of beans. They're less beans and just more buzz. You are the resurgence. I was gonna borrow from a certain phrase, but I realized I would be like I would have a bad taste in my mouth if I made a certain comment, so I'm going to choose not to. And see, this is well, I guess these are mostly vanilla damage requirements on these guys, but still. Yeah, it is a little bit on the light side. Yeah, I kind of figured I'd be closer to done with this seed at this point than I am, but It is what it is. Can I... Okay, I should be able to make it. Yeah. Okay, we got the full skip. Let's go. So now the scene will play out. Wait. Wait, the fight should have gone... Okay, I guess it wasn't fast enough. So if you're fast enough, you can actually have that dialogue sequence play out while doing this little fighting segment. You can actually save a little bit of time for that. You wish capture cards didn't have to exist? That makes two of us for damn sure. So I know the ones I've had have usually kind of like started just kind of like not working right after like a year and a half. And for how much those things cost, that's definitely a detriment. Yeah, like the one I have now, it basically lasted long enough for us to get through the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth playthrough last year. And then that was basically, yeah, that's all I ever really got out of that capture card. Oh no, I guess I did get 16 through as well. You want to record games? Yeah. 'Tis a sadness. Suck it, Vile. Get homed on. Suck it. Mega Man Zero, no! You will never, ever be seen ever again in the history of ever. Not even in double ever. Also, yeah, we're not dealing with this section. We're taking the easy way out because this section was a pain in the ass last time. And by pain in the ass, I mean incompletable. Oh, heck you. Alright, refi time. Definitely gonna listen to that song before heading to bed? Do it. Listen to it on loop for like 10 hours, and then go to bed. Actually, that's your vanilla weakness. I want to avoid that. That's not a bad weakness, actually. There we go. No. But the jams. They must be kicked up. Like the Blue Oyster Cult song. Wait, does that actually get through their shield? Oh, that actually gets through their little shield. I did not know that. That's cool. No, this is really why I should be using the special weapons in the regular parts of the stage more often, because I never get to do any of the cool stuff like that. Because I never actually know about it. Let's see if we get lucky with this one again. Okay, works on the small spiders. Oh, there's only one damage there, though. That's not so much damage. I think that was good damage. Yeah. We'll count that as weakness. I don't get to... Okay, 2 to the right. That way, in case he summons the spiders, I can take them out pretty quickly. I love how I can basically just, like, pre-fire this one, like, plenty of seconds ahead of time. This will have a hit. Yeah, like... Oh, not quite like that, I guess. And, of course, it doesn't work against them, because why would it? There we go. Yeah, as one who can desire a game's cessation of existence if it has bad music, you can and will of finality say there is such a thing as Jam's burnout. Fair. I mean, I know, like, I'll sometimes if I hear a game that has like certain really good songs, I will tend to listen to them like a lot over time, but I usually never come to outright hate them, at least, where it like doesn't take me out of the experience of the game. So I remember when Undertale first came out and Megalovania became like the next big musical thing. There was one day where I literally listened to that song on loop. Oh, come on, how did I make that platform? I listened to Megalovania on loop for 3 hours straight at work. And while I never got sick of it necessarily, I never really had like the urge to specifically seek that song out afterward. Like if it ever came up in random play, I was like, ooh, Megalovania, let's I can go. But then otherwise, it just, no, I was just fine with it coming up when it normally does. Work, genocide route. I mean, it's not so bad if you have like something else to kind of focus on, like you have like a YouTube video in the background or something like that. But yeah, it's definitely not super engaging gameplay, and that was pretty much by design. It kind of meant to reflect just like how stale that style of gameplay is. Okay, you are weak to that, good. Too early. There we go. Oh, gotcha. I mean, to be fair, the genocide route, like gameplay-wise, with the exception of like 2 very specific fights, is very grindy with no real like satisfactory outcomes. So, yeah, you're not exactly wrong on that. Okay, I want the mech. Give me the mech. My mech. Hey, you always thought the boring combo was supposed to be like deter you from wanting to kill the monsters? It's probably one of the things, yeah. Although I did at least get I wasn't really expecting to enjoy like the bullet or the mini bullet hell aspect of the fights themselves, but they actually, for the most part, weren't bad. Especially when you have like the combination of enemies together, each individual element was actually toned down a bit, so everything was still like proper balance to them. So I definitely appreciated that much. And it's kind of mostly the same with Deltarune as well, where there's not like a lot of, let's call it innovation with the combat system. But it's still at least enough to make you, like, if you want to do that, you're not going to be like completely, I don't know what I want to say here. Well, you dove once. Storm Eagle's a heckin' quitter. That's what you get. Yeah, for example, The Imposter Kings by Rob Westwood. I had to focus to be able to say that right. It's one of your favorite boss themes ever. Listen to about 86 times to completion, but never read after the previous listen. Yeah, I'll say that's definitely fair. Okay, I'm gonna do. It's kind of overkill to do this, but heck it. We'll just do this. Make it all easy. You never played Undertale? Just watched it? I don't know, I'm kind of one of those weird people where as long as you're like experiencing, okay, if you're watching with somebody who's playing it as a first play, I feel like that's still an acceptable way of being able to experience Undertale itself. Because I know there's some people who just aren't a fan of the gameplay style, so I don't necessarily begrudge them for that. But if you're mostly just watching people who are like already know the game and are just kind of playing through it for like random other kind of things, then it's maybe not like the best way to experience a game like that, I would say. Yeah, because I know, like, again, when it came out, that was one of the things I got kind of absorbed into, is that I would watch a bunch of other people do their first playthroughs, just kind of get their experience with it as well. Yeah, spacing is critical for keeping songs finesse. Yeah, there is definitely some logic and truth to that, yeah. Yeah, that's not a weakness. Maybe we can just go with wind and have everything be simple. Oh, it does double hit. There we go. Okay, so maybe this is actually a weakness then. Or not. Oh, that's not a weakness. That just happened to kill before. And there we go. Yeah, the Imposter Kings. Which game is the Imposter Kings from? I'm not familiar with it by title. I'm also just not familiar with Rob Westwood either, as a composer. Yeah, the Remnant 2 OST has some great tracks, some of which you technically have listed due to hours of gameplay, or listened to for hours of gameplay. I keep forgetting what kind of game Remnant 2 even is. I think it's one that I've never really been interested in playing myself, which is kind of part of that, but... I forgot you could do that. That's okay damage. That's okay damage. There we go. Souls-like shooter. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, definitely not my kind of game then. Yeah, like I said, I watched like a bunch of people do their first playthroughs of Undertale, and I remember there was actually a friend of mine who was posting the videos on YouTube a while back. I think he's mostly just a regular Twitch streamer now, but he used to be like a big YouTube uploader. And he started doing a playthrough of Undertale. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be super cool. The person I'm watching is actually a friend I know really well, stuff like that. And then as he's starting the gameplay through, he says like half of a sentence that makes me completely uninterested in the rest of his playthrough. And the line was, okay, so let me consult the guide here. And this was his first playthrough, and he was using a guide. And I'm just like, I just cannot. Undertale is one of the few games that I believe should not be played through with a guide, just straight up. It's more of an experience that really should be done as a first playthrough, honestly. I don't say that for a lot of games. Undertale is definitely one of those games. Because part of it is also just kind of like just figuring out the rules of the world and how they actually like supposed to work. And you just don't get that when you use a guide. Like, it's one thing I can kind of understand it from the concept of like not wanting to miss any content, especially if they're trying to like show a game off for like for people to watch. But yeah, that's just not the game to do it with. Okay, fired at the wrong time. Okay, of course you're immune to your vanilla weapon. Why wouldn't you be? Actually, let's do your weapon. Nope, you're immune to your weapon. That's fair. Remnant is absolutely that kind of game. I almost feel like most Souls-likes are kind of like that. Because again, part of it is just like the experience of trying to figure out, again, how the world works and how the rules of everything fall into place and stuff like that. So that kind of makes sense to me. Ah, dang it. Well, I was hoping to get something extra than that, but I guess I'll be happy with this. Mostly do it as procedurally generated campaign. I'm never sure how I feel about, like, I'm assuming you mean like storyline campaign, or is there something like other than it does for like procedurally generated stuff? Because I know, like, for me, like the idea of a procedurally generated story is something I've never really been super keen on. Oh. There we go. And the secrets can be absurd sometimes. I can imagine that, especially for like procedurally generated stuff, because then you can't really... Well, your overarching story is static. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, I can definitely imagine like secrets that are in a procedurally generated game. I can totally see those being like annoying to deal with. Can I just make this jump? I can, okay. There we go. Alright. Oh, no, well, I can't escape now. There we go. Alright, how's this fight gonna go? Actually, let me get rid of your tentacles. Never mind, I can't. You're immune to that. You're immune to that. You're mostly weak, but that's technically not your main weakness, I don't think. Okay, that doesn't do any extra damage, actually. Actually did slightly lesser damage. That's concerning. There we go. Yeah, depending on what world variants you get, the story that you follow is different each playthrough, but the plot remains the same. So, are there like little minor story beats that change then? Based on that description? There are static worlds for plot reasons. Fair enough. I don't think this actually works the way I wanted to, but let's try it. Oh, dang it. Actually, you know what? The better way to do this? Just do this. Then we get everything without fear. Because I think if you use the penguin slide thing, I think that's technically how you're supposed to do that, but it just, you never have the right alignment to actually pick up the items. Orb. Okay, orb is not sufficient. You are kind of weak to your own weapon, actually. That amuses me. There we go. I think Torpedo is the vanilla weakness for this boss. Or was this thing Chameleon? Obviously not that. Come on. Well, not that one, obviously. Not that one. Okay, I disagree with the fact that if it's hitting the bottom one, then it doesn't do anything to the top one. That's kind of a dumb setup. Ow. Oh, I barely avoided that. I think that would have killed me. Yeah, each of the 3 non-static worlds have 2 variants, if you have all DLC, with your objective and the characters you encounter in overworlds being different between variants. Okay, so there actually are, like, branching storylines, but just the final destination is always the same. Yeah, dungeons are always selected from a pool for each world. Alright, time for the big fight. I think this should be fairly simple because our homing missiles will actually work. Assuming they, you know, do damage, which isn't always a guarantee. Unless you do the one-offs for the DLC variants. Here, doggo. Come get your treats. Of course you're immune to that. Actually, hold on. Okay, that's actually perfect. Oh, I took a lot of damage already. Yeah, since I have vanilla movement, it's gonna be a little bit more of a pain trying to get up on top of the claw for these. Yeah, they're there to guarantee you can get all the DLC content for a world. Fair. That's too early. I need to figure out better timing for that one. There we go. Alright, I think I can take 1 hit before getting murdered. Yeah, but outside of those, the variant and dungeons from it are still in the greater pool. Alright. So what do I have filled right now is the next question. Okay, I have 3 fully filled sub tanks. That's good. Oh, I literally only had 1 hit. Okay. There we go. Oh, come on. Ow. Dang it. Okay, apparently drunk weapons also affects this boss fight too. Good to know. Oh, I have to actually aim. Oh god. I don't like that. Oh, dang it. Okay, this is gonna suck actually. Oh, we refill on it. Oh, no, we don't refill on everything. Yeah, let's go ahead and refill on our sub-tank. Nope, too early. Hopefully the enemies aren't immune to this. God damn it. There we go. Yeah, the main objective and world boss of the variants are static. Fair enough. I get back. Ow. Okay, I need to charge out these things, I guess. Dang it. Dang it. There's a big one. Anyways, that's enough information forcefully evicted from your brain via chat. Time to give it a little bit of a rest. You got dead to bed? Sounds good. Have a good night, and thanks for hanging out. May you have a great sleep with beautiful dreams. Wow, that was too early. Shouldn't be too far now. Come on, give me the big ones. Not that big one. I mean, one-ups, I guess. Actually, they really don't help. There we go. Okay. Take two. Okay, so now that I know the proper weakness for the dog, we can try to do this without dying instantaneously. Yeah, I forget just how annoying this set of fights is to do with quote-unquote vanilla. I mean, phase 2 is like the easiest thing in the world, but... yeah, phase 3 in particular is super annoying. Oh. Wow, that's actually probably the best I've ever done in that fight. Let's I can go. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. Come find me a dollar store, Jedi. Ah, just too late. Eat him. Alright, now it's the big fight. Which again is gonna be super annoying without our movement and weapon shenanigans. Yeah, because the only things that damage this version of Sigma is Rolling Shield or level 3 charge attack. Oh, I could have stuck in a double hit there. Dang it. The problem is they all do like, oh god. I think we can take one more hit. Dang it. Oh god. This is why we have 3 E-tanks. Ah, dang it. Oh, what was that? Okay. Okay, I'm actually having to do this fight legitimately. This was not my intention. Oh, okay. Sub-tank. This should be doable at this point, though. Okay. There we go. Ah, dang it. Okay, we're almost there. Getting close. 2 more hits. And GG. Yay, vanilla fights. I do wish that this phase could be randomized with the weaknesses, but I can kind of understand why it's not. But I also wish it was. But I understand, yeah, it's yeah. But yeah, it's definitely time for us to get ready for a heckin' raid. Let's go see who we can share the love with tonight. Who is doing the things? And of course, since I had to restart my computer, like all my tabs are like kind of stopped. So you're still doing things. I have no idea what game that is. You're still doing things. That looks like a rhythm game. I'm kind of curious about that. You are not doing things anymore, so let's look somewhere else. Yeah, you rated me earlier, so you're obviously not doing things anymore. And then I don't know who this is. Apparently they are no longer streaming either. So, yeah, I think we're gonna go. I feel like we rated this person relatively recently, but we're gonna give them another heckin' raid because they're a good heckin' bean and they deserve all the heckin' love. Let's go give Demi a heckin' raid. Well, come on in, Sim. How you doing tonight? Get in the box. Well, you have less than a minute to get me in that box, King. Speedrun time. Let's go. But yeah. Actually, how about we do this as our raid message? So this is what Vanilla Mega Man X was like. Okay, so we'll do this as our raid message. If you don't have my emails, use whatever kind of like angry or screaming or oh, holy crap! You actually did it, King. Congratulations! Oh, you almost uncaught me with that second attempt there. But yeah, you actually caught me. Congratulations! You did the thing. We're looking since the res raid. Open them up. I'm definitely doing well. I wish I had more time to hang out tonight, but unfortunately, it kind of is what it is. But yeah, let's go and give Demi some love. It looks like they're doing some kind of rhythm game right now, which, like I mentioned, makes me especially curious. But yeah, so with that, so tomorrow we'll be trying to take care of some of the side slash, I guess like the side end game stuff for Final Fantasy VII, and then hopefully by the end of Thursday we'll be able to have the entirety of all the side stuff done that we want to do, and the game itself beaten. So yeah, looking forward to that. So stop on by tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central for more Final Fantasy VII. And until then, I shall bid you all a good night and your cat meme.